Vanakkam Chennai, formerly known as Madras, it is the biggest city and the capital of Tamil Nadu. Known as a gateway to the south, Chennai has some iconic landmark buildings and temples dating back to the Britishers. Chennai is now home to some of the biggest names in Kollywood, derived from Kodambakkam, where most of the Tamil film studios are located. It is also home to some of the finest sporting superstars and sports franchise. Chennai boasts of some of the best sporting infrastructure, and the TNGF Cosmo Golf Club is an address that every golf lover in the country want to play in. Located in the heart of city, TNGF Cosmo Golf Club is now playing host to the 1 crore rupee Chennai Open 2025, powered by CPCL. Chandigarh's Akshay Sharma, the halfway leader by one shot, dropped to tight 4th place at 14 under 202 following his round of 71 on Thursday. Akshay was joined by Hani Basoya in joint 4th position. Shaurya Bhattacharya of Delhi slipped one spot to 3rd place at 15 under 201 after he posted a 69 on day 3. Gurugram's Manu Gandas produced an error-free 65 to gain one spot and move into 2nd place at 17 under 199. Sri Lankan N. Thangaraja rose to the top of the leaderboard by matching the tournament low of 9 under 63 in round 3. Thangaraja, who was 4 shots off the lead in tight 4th place at the halfway stage, made solid ground on day 3 to move up 3 spots into a 1-shot lead at 18 under 198. So can Thangaraja hang on to his lead and take home his 6th PGTI title? We will have to wait and see as the action unfolds on day 4.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers of the Chennai Open 2025 at the TNGF Cosmo Golf Course. An exciting tournament now in its final day, with the leaders all ready to go for the kill on the back line. And here's a look at the latest scorecard. And Shaurya Bhattacharya, who began had a flying start with 4 birdies in the first 4 holes, is now at 18 under, and he shares the lead with former champion Manu Gandas, also a former Order of Merit winner. N. Thangaraja, who held the lead at the halfway stage, is in 3rd position at 17 under, where Hani Basoya is 15 under at 4th. Akshay Sharma is 13 under. And 5th, Subhash Tamang at 12 under shares the 6th place with Arjun Prasad, the ever consistent, and Amardeep Malik, who is in good form at 12 under also through 8 holes. Arjun Sharma at 10 under, and Bangladesh's Jamal Hussain also at 10 under. So the battle has been set, the battleground is ready, and our top golfers all set for the final day, or rather the second half of the final day of the Chennai Open. So Shaurya Bhattacharya has zoomed into the lead with birdies on the first 4 holes, as you can see on the left side of your screen. Thangaraja is going steadily with pars on the first 5 holes, and Manu Gandas is hanging in there with 2 birdies and a bogey in the first 5 holes. So all to play for, Ashwin?
Morning, sir. Yes, very much. And they're playing musical chairs, aren't they? The top 4. Look at Shaurya Bhattacharya. What an outstanding start to the day. He finished 2nd last week, earned 10 lakhs for his effort, and here he is. The other thing, sir, one notices is that the 6th hole is the stroke index 1, the toughest hole on the course potentially. And out of the top 4 atop the leaderboard, 3 golfers have dropped shots on it, with the sole exception of Manu Gandas, who has parred the hole.
We've got hole number 10 there, Rohan Dol Patil there. Eyeing that birdie putt, eyeing that putt at 9 under, hoping to make a good run on the final day on the back nine to try and finish, to try and get into a good finish. Look at the concentration, Ashwin. And there it is, disappears.
Strange, Rohan Dole Patil today got an eagle on the 7th, but a double bogey undid the good work on the very next hole.
That's the vagaries of golf. An eagle followed by a double bogey. But Rohan had a birdie on the second. So at this stage, through the front line, he was 1 under and he's just parred the 10th hole. Arjun Sharma now. A tap and birdie there for him. They always say that a tournament begins on the back nine on the final day, and so it is. Shaurya making a bid for his second win this season. Got off to an electric start with 4 birdies in the first 4 holes. Of course, then that run was stopped on the 6th, where he dropped a shot. And here is the former All India amateur champion, Subhash Tamang. He's had 3 birdies on the 2nd, 4th, and the 6th, turned in 3 under. A fast start for this young man. An extremely focused golfer there. He's at 12 under. Might seem a bit of a large deficit that he has at this stage. 6 shots behind the co-leaders Manu Gandas and Shaurya. But you never know what can happen in golf.
Subhash Tamang had a up and down day yesterday. He had a fair sprinkling of eagles and double bogeys on his card. Today he is playing a little more consistently. As Swami sir just mentioned, 3 birdies in his outward journey has placed him at 3 under for the day. And he started with the 71. He started the tournament with a 71, followed it up with a 69 and a 67 yesterday. So it's only getting better as the tournament progresses, sir.
Yes, and he's got 2 Bangladeshis with him, Badal Hussain and Jamal Hussain playing with him. Badal started the day at 8 under. Jamal and Tamang started at 9 under. So a truly international pairing out there.
I think that ball's found the thicket, way off radar. He's checking with his caddy. Everything is fine.
As long as the 4 caddy can see the ball. Jamal Hussain turned professional in 2010 from the famous Kurbitola Golf Club. 40 years of age. And here is the third man in the group, Badal Hussain. It's not been a great day so far for Badal. He began with a double bogey, had 2 birdies and then 2 bogeys. So 2 over for the day. Has slipped from 8 under to 6 under. Nice shot there. This one is in the fairway. A good one there. So hopefully he can make some more amends. Meanwhile, Jamal decides to take a provisional. He had gone, as Ashwin informed us, into the wickets, but he wants to be safe, or hopefully they found the ball. So a second shy, and here he goes.
As they say, sir, time is money. This provisional help takes time.
This time you can see the ball for sure. Ball with the first shot. Jamal has quickly taken a provisional and will hope that he can find that first shot.
The golf course looks lush green, and it's an outstanding facility. Chennai itself is a city of tremendous sporting culture. Name the sport, and they have champions in it. Squash to begin with. They have some of the best squash players. Nobody knows better than you, sir. So
And
what
what
Chennai
about
has done
chess? The world champion, Vishy Anand, five-time world champion who hails from that city of Chennai.
Swami sir has named his son after Vishwanathan Anand.
Oh, yes. My dad's name was Vishwanathan, and my son's name is Anand.
Lovely. So you've got the best of both qualities.
So here is Rohan Adhol Patil on hole number 11.
Looks a little overcast today. The blue skies of yesterday have been replaced with a few clouds. But hopefully we'll have an uninterrupted final day, because the quality of golf on display is nothing short of world class.
You said it, Ashwin. World class. Rohan Adhol Patil, of course, going through experiencing the ebbs and flows of this game. Coming hot off a birdie on the 11th, which has now pushed him into the top 10.
That shot doesn't look too bad either. It's maybe about 6 feet from the pin. Another birdie opportunity.
I think your sight would probably be a bit more sharp, so 6 feet. So there is Jamal Hussain looking. I wonder if he's found the ball there.
Walking up to the green.
That's Badal. While Jamal goes, I think he has decided to play the provisional, the second ball. So a bit of a, which is under the trees, so a bit of a concern for him. Some good work being undone there, unfortunately for Jamal. At this stage, 10 under. And in the top 10 is tied 9th.
Rohan Dole Patil, meanwhile, with a birdie on the 10th. He's climbed into the top 10. So we've got Jamal Hussain, Rohan Dole Patil, both of them in the top 10, alongside Mari Muthu, who also started with a double bogey today.
There's Subhash Tamang there. Nice compact stance there.
Keep it simple, they say, and couldn't get simpler than that, though its ball is rolled a little more.
Running
than you
away
would
into the
expect.
wires through which these pictures come to you. There's those with the television wires there, but the ball is safely away from there. Subhash is pretty popular in his home course at the Gokarna, and that's where he comes from.
It's a beautiful course, sir.
Absolutely.
A little undulating and calls for precision.
Of course, quite a challenging course, and at the end of it, I mean, it also is great for, like the views are spectacular from there.
As one can expect from the Himalayan kingdom.
There's Badal. Rolls back. Not a pretty sight for Badal. He probably saw that Subhash's second shot actually went over, so he's decided to be a little conservative. It's not helping.
The greens are a little slower today than yesterday.
That was a nice one from Jamal.
Yeah. Green speeds yesterday were 9.5 and they're 9.1 today. Is there any reason for that, sir?
Well, surely I'm sure the chief referee there would be able to say.
Not so windy as we can see. The flag's not ruffling much. Yesterday was far windier. Or I spoke too soon, I think.
While the golfers focus on their shots, my co-commentator Shaurya is closing his eyes and focusing on what is going to be his first stint of the day in a few minutes from now. See, it's not just the golfers who need to focus.
Well, Shaurya has been there and done that. So he knows the feelings associated with professional golf. So his perspective is invaluable.
Absolutely. And as I said, I've now become a fan of both Shaurya and Ashwin for the phrases they've begun to use, or rather, they've been using for some time.
So we are
Head,
only playing follow the leader.
see, here is Subhash. Downslope. That was a nice one. Should get his par there, but I'm sure he wasn't too happy with his second shot, which went over the green. You've got to be so precise that if you could just go a little bit over, you could find yourself off the table.
The beauty about commentating on the PGTI circuit is one can also hope to improve one's own golfing skills. Yesterday,
No, you can't help me there. I'm beyond repair now.
yesterday I'd noticed Shaurya mentioning.
Shaurya wants to make a comment there.
Yeah, so first of all, a very warm good morning to all our viewers. And I was just alluding to that talk that you were having, and Ashwin might be on to something, sir. That if all else fails, then maybe you can watch and improve. But from my experience, as we have a look at that putt, that's not quite been true. It always looks a lot easier on TV.
Yes, indeed. A commentator's job is far more easy. And there is Ashwin there, the more good looking one. And I'm the one who's
The
talking.
more modest one.
That's me.
That's the more modest one.
So ABP PGTI Golf Studio, that's where we bring you the action and this voices from. So hats off to the team, ABP team, and of course the PGTI team, which help put together these pictures for you live from the TNGF Cosmo Golf Course in Chennai, which is hosting this tournament for the fourth time. And there
nice
it is.
long putt.
Jamal tidies it up. So we get the action replay. And now Sumash Tamang. Last night it's been quite cloudy with overcast skies, very little breeze. It was torrential rain last evening, which delayed the start of play this morning.
And our first look at Amardeep Malik. The floral theme seems to carry on.
Absolutely, yes, very colorful.
and also has his own self-styled insignia on the arm. That's a hammer, Thor's hammer. Really needs to hammer down on the field, and he's doing pretty well at this point in time. He's 2 under par for the day, 6 shots behind the leader, but I see like a bridge too far. But you never know with a game of
Absolutely.
golf.
You never know in golf. I like that style. His own insignia on the arm. Fantastic.
He's also worked a lot on his game. You see that abbreviated backswing. Also has a slight pause that enables better transition sequencing. And you can see the results right there on the money. Look at that. All
I wonder
smile.
if he can hear us smiling.
You know, when you're off, when you're moving off a tee and you can see a player's pearly whites, that means everything is good. Life is good. All's good in paradise. And so it is for myself as well. Thank you to my co-commentator Ashwin for that wonderful gift in the morning. I think I'll be looking a lot more nifty with Oakley sunglasses. So, as we have a look at Mari Muthu, really has a lot of power. I can't speak about that enough.
So the greens are a bit soft, is what I've been told just now, because of the torrential rains last night, which also delayed the start of play this morning. But nevertheless, the greens have been pretty fast on the third day at about 9.4, which is what Ashwin shared, and now I believe this morning it's 9.1.
I'm also surprised by the choice of club by Marumathu going with a driver. I thought that might be a little bit too much club for him. We have a look at him. Hole number 10 measures only 267 yards. Of course, plays a little longer.
Same thing what Arjun has done. He exchanged his iron for the driver now.
Yeah, so I think that is owing to the damp conditions. You can also feel that the wind is hurting a little bit. That means it's blowing,
Maybe there's not enough roll.
it's blowing into the player's face. So no roll. And so that gives the player some more room. Let's see if he's held back. Doesn't appear to be so. He's given it the full throttle treatment. And that is indeed a brilliant drive. Almost looks like a chip. The accuracy. That's
Oh,
what these
yes.
players are.
Fantastic.
Well done.
This is he usually wears very colorful shirts. Today it's very plain sky blue. Maybe a comment on the cloudy, overcast skies. So he's decided to come up with a lovely sky blue shirt, reminding us of what we are missing this morning.
Yeah, the players are indeed enjoying themselves, and enjoyment would be the furthest thing from the minds of our leaders, Shaurya and Manu Gandas. This is one of the developments on the Professional Golf Tour of India. We are honored to have Mr. Kant and eminent leaders, Mr. Shantanu Narayan, Mr. Pradeep S. Bakshi, Mr. Nikesh Arora, have joined the Professional Golf Tour of India in an advisory role. So it's a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and a lot of pedigree that comes to the fore, and it's going to help to take professional golf in India and even globally to the next level.
Absolutely, he joins illustrious names
Yes,
like
absolutely.
Kapil Dev, and of course we saw Amardeep Malik. He's also part of the board. So
not just good and important matters and decisions. Amardeep Malik also
talk of
has,
Amardeep Malik. There he is on your screen right now. Confident walk.
There's Mari Muthu in the foreground, and that, of course, is the aerial view of the TNGF Cosmo Golf Course, Chennai. I would implore all our viewers who are in this part of the country, do venture out, maybe getting around a golf, or if you're not acquainted with the game of golf, maybe just head on over to the range, or better yet, watch these golfers learn a bit. We also, the Professional Golf Tour of India also has clinics. Whenever we have tournaments, we have clinics, free clinics for the juniors and just weekend players. So I think it's not a bad idea that you head on over, watch the best in action, and also learn this beautiful game. It's not important that you need to make.
If you notice at the bottom of the scroll, they have the previous winners: 2016 Mukesh, 2018 Mithun Perera, and Manu Gandas 2022. So Manu Gandas in some ways is the defending champion here because the last time the Chennai Open was played here, he was the winner, and right now he is in contention, sharing the lead with Shaurya Bhattacharya, both of them at 18 under as they approach the turn.
It's turning out to be a walk to remember. One of my few favorite movies. I don't know if any one of you have seen that, A Walk to Remember. And
Yeah, I don't like walking in this humid weather, so I can't remember.
as we have a look at Mari Muthu, maybe he's bunkered the front right trap. You can see the pin is a fair distance behind, so the hole playing almost 300 yards. And seems like his ball is plugged in the face. So you would be wondering how the player can pick that up. So if it's plugged and the ball breaks ground, and then the player is entitled to pick the ball up and drop it back within a club length. And the rules have changed. In years past, you used to drop the ball from shoulder height, but now knee height. And apparently that was done to fasten the speed of play. Although I don't know if that has.
I
had
don't
the
know how
intended
much
effect.
matters. Probably a few precious seconds saved. And just as we speak, Shaurya and Manu Gandas have come back to Thangaraja. Both of them dropped a shot at the par 4 8. So they're all now at 17 under. It becomes even tighter. There you can see the leaderboard. Shaurya, Manu Gandas, and Thangaraja at 17 under. Hani Basoya and Akshay Sharma following them. Hani Basoya at 14, 3 shots behind them, and another shot adrift is Akshay Sharma.
If you remember back, I'm almost talking about a half a century, maybe a little more, maybe more than half a century. A drop used to be behind the shoulder, a blind drop.
Absolutely, yes, I do. I remember having read about that. Of course, haven't seen that despite my years.
We've also got an update by our CEO, Mr. Amandeep Joel. He's on site, and so the feedback is that the greens are playing really soft, and that's why the players are a lot more aggressive. And there was torrential rain in the evening, and thus we have a delayed start. So softer conditions means that really plays into the cradle of the longer hitters. That is a brilliant chip shot, and not just par. He's also worked on his short game as Mari Mutsu, and that would be a tap-in birdie for him. That's how you like to start your back nine, with an easy kick-in birdie. And for those of you who are joining us on this wonderful afternoon, still morning, getting towards noon rather, it's we are live at the Chennai Open powered by CPCL. Coming back after 3 years to this golf course as we have a look at Amardeep Malik with that putting grip of his. Now that should break towards the hole. That is really good. So these players are dialed in on this back nine. So that would take him to 13 under par. He's inching closer. Ever closer to the leaders is Amardeep. Now finds himself only 4 adrift. So maybe there is a twist in this tale.
Sometimes all you need to do is to be steady while others keep dropping a few shots. Amardeep is probably hoping at that. A birdie start, and then he's had 7 pars in a row on the front nine. So 2 under for the front nine. That's a pretty decent start.
Arjun would have gotten a read of Amardeep's putt. And so this putt won't really confound him, so as to speak. And you never know. He might just make an eagle on 10 and join Amardeep at 13 under par. He has the line.
And remember, he's extremely consistent. He's been having a great season, except that he hasn't won. In fact, he's still looking for his maiden win, and I wouldn't be surprised that this season provides him with a victory.
You can see that steely gaze. This looks good. Just a little bit too hard, maybe. The speed, I think that was a little too aggressive.
That's why he expected it to break a bit more and curl come down. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. It still leaves him with a bit of work to do to try and get that birdie, which I'm sure he is really keen on.
That can happen sometimes when you get zoned in on the line. You somehow don't quite get the speed right, and that's really out of character for him. But still has all of 9 feet for birdie. But unfortunately, the putt that he faces now is not the easiest. It's going
Yes,
to break
exactly.
from the
Yes.
left, and it is downhill, and it'll need a really good hit for it to stay the course. Otherwise, it can veer off on the left hand side. So let's see how he does. And while he and his caddy decide what is the intended plan of action, let's also look at some of the scores of the day. We have Subhash Tamang, 3 under par. Then we have Yuvraj Singh, 3 under par. You have Sanjeev Kumar, 4 under par. Divyanshu Bajaj, 4 under par. You also have Aditya Bhandarkar, my contemporary. It's really nice to see him doing well. He's at 4 under and 4 under for the tournament. He's also been in the commentary booth. So we definitely know who we are rooting for this week. Come on, Aditya, let's see a brilliant round, which you already en route to. Lower down, we have Ariman Aditya Mohan at 2 under par. And Mani Ram, a very affable and genial Mani Ram, always has a smile on his face. 1 under par. Now this putt by Arjun needs to be struck well for it to stay on the line. It's putting into the green. And as I predicted, this is not the easiest putt.
That has been disappointing. So from looking at a possible eagle, he's just had to walk off with a mere par. And hole number 10 has actually been quite receptive to birdies, but today, with the greens being rather soft following overnight rain, another colorful shirt there.
Continuing the theme,
Akshay,
let's see if he can
he's got a good collection of shirts.
quell the demons.
He's got a good collection of shirts.
Absolutely.
Sure. Need to check up with him.
Yesterday, the first shot was wavered. Let's see if he can make amends, or does that still play on his mind? And golf is a funny game. I'll tell you one thing. Mr.
Exactly
Swami.
where Jamal had hit, his
So,
provisional.
yesterday's tee shot, even for the best of players, when you have made an error and you're on the same tee again, it does somewhere in your subconsciousness, you do remember that. So maybe you err on the
Yes.
side of safety. And Jairaj, it's a very different shot for the southpaw here. A fade would be the ideal shot, whereas for a right-handed player, a draw might be ideal given the shape of this hole. Let's see how he does. Wearing those customary sleeves. Went at it. Really gave it all. What a beautiful shot. He flew it all the way up to the flag, and that should be a pretty straightforward chip shot for him. And this is what I was talking about, a player going with the 3-wood. He has a lot of power, and so this is what I expect the longer hitters to do. Going with the 3-wood.
That's some guy I'd be worried about, He's a guy who can actually come back pretty fast, honey. Has the experience, is very calm, at 13 under, and with the leaders, Shaurya and Manu Gandhas, opening the door ever so slightly.
I'm not certain if he's teed it up or he's made a little bit of a
Off
tuft
the-
and hitting
Off the deck.
I'm a little confused if it's I think he's teed it up. He's on the left hand side. He'll have to hit a draw. I don't think the 3-wood is getting there with the fade. It's all of 300 yards almost up till the flag. Look at that speed and balance. That's the hallmark of a really good player. Yeah, good fly. All flew at about 270 yards in these oppressive conditions. A little bit of wind, overcast. The ball does travel shorter in these conditions.
Yes, indeed, but I wonder, did he see the ball there?
It went in the bunker.
Okay, good.
उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया.
What a great shot! But he looks tired. And that's a drink break.
But what's the plus sign for? अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस. जब लगे थकान वाली प्यास, जरूरी है सेल लेवल हाइड्रेशन. इसके इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स आपके सेल्स को रिहाइड्रेट करें, एनर्जी लौटाएं, थकान वाली प्यास मिटाएं.
जब आपको भी लगे थकान वाली प्यास, अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस. थकान वाली प्यास के लिए.
We had a look at our tour partners. They're integral to the success of the Professional Golf Tour of India. As we go to hole number 11. The 11th hole measures at 181 yards. So a smooth 8-iron probably for Mari Muthu given his prodigious power, but for the rest of the field should be a 7-iron, depending on the wind conditions today. Arjun Prasad, really good, hits those low darts with the irons, and it's not that easy to hit low irons with compression. You have to get the shaft lean perfect, and also your hands ahead at impact. Keep your chest down as far as possible, really get into the shot. He does that really well, and that's why he's a very good wind player as well. And he has short-sighted himself. The left side of this flag would be a no-go zone, would be a very difficult up and down from there. You'd rather miss it on the right-hand side. You don't have much green, you'll have to get under the ball, so I think their work is cut out if they are to secure par here.
That's a wall right next to the 11th. And here is Honey trying to look for his possibility how he gets out from there. He is not too far. A good bunker shot could set him up for a birdie.
Yeah, depending on the kind of lie that he's
Lie
drawn
that-
here,
yeah.
that would dictate the shot that he employs. For a professional golfer, there's not just one type of bunker shot. You have many variations, and that's something the amateur can note. So if he's closer to the lip, you would see him hit that higher splash shot with a lot of spin. If you're further away, you'll try and roll it up. A little bit of a semi-duff, but a controlled duff that goes up. So here you'd see that my guess is he'll fly it at least to 10 feet close to the flag. That comes out high.
He needs to get it up?
Yeah.
No.
Unfortunately,
no.
he didn't quite have the legs on that. And now he's left with about 20-25 feet, but it's a very difficult bunker shot, mind you. It's a lot easier chip shot because you're sort of hitting a bunker shot above a level. The pin is on a level which is about 5 feet higher than the lower part, so very difficult to control a bunker shot from there because with the distance, it necessitated a higher spinning shot, but then you don't have much room there. Now this is fairly straightforward for Gerard. Look for this to be close. And
He's left a lot of work to do there.
I see what has happened is that normally the players are expecting the final day greens to be a lot faster, but
Unfortunately, exactly. That's what I was wondering, because the scores as compared to day 3 have been pretty modest today. Because yesterday we had a bunch of 5s and 6 and 7 unders, including a 9 under. So I think suddenly these players are finding things completely the other way.
I think that's what inclement weather can do. It can wreak havoc on a player's perceptive sort of power, so as to speak. So you really have to be conscious about the speed. It doesn't quite come that naturally when it's raining or when it's really excessively windy.
Time for me to hand over the mic to my co-commentator Ashwin.
It'll be interesting to note. Can't quite see where Akshay is. He's just about visible there. You can see that the caddy and player are deeply engaged in discussion. So it's not going to be straightforward. He's actually gesticulating that to his caddy and motioning, maybe chipping parallel to the green. So he has no shot. Apparently, he's behind the tree. So that trunk is impeding upon his line of play. So they're thinking, which side are they actually going to go? So this is what can happen. The hole is short, and that's the referee there. So I'm wondering what is the discussion that they're having. He is. I don't think he's going to get any relief in the rough. That is what the referee is having a discussion with. But maybe there is something that he's wanting a relief from. It's very important for a professional golfer to read the rules book like the Bible.
Just for the benefit of our viewers, Shaurya, the branding out there, that's considered a movable obstruction, right?
Yes, but it has to be uh, in your intended line of play. And if I'm not correct, it also has to be, I think, a certain 10 feet, or the club has. One is, of course, if your club is, if your club head is colliding with it, but these are removable. Even if it's in line of play, you can remove it. You don't get a drop from them. No free drops if it's a removable impediment. Honey has also hit that about 2.5, 3 feet by. So there is something from that side of the green. Maybe the strength of the green is really strong. I would think Jairaj is in a very good spot here. He's putting almost diagonally across the green, not much line.
Great camera work by our team here at ABP Network. Speaking of Honey Vasoya is pretty much like Shaurya Bhattacharya. Dropped shots on the 6th, 8th, and 9th holes. Now to slip to Honey, of course, is tied 5th at 13 under.
You can see they engaged in a lot of discussion. After a stellar drive like that, the last thing that a player wants is to not capitalize on that, and that can actually feel like a body blow if you don't. So that's why you want to ensure that you have the line locked down.
That's an interesting grip. What do you call that grip?
I just missed it. I'll just have a look at it again. See, look at that. It's not quite worked out for him. We'll see him putting the next time so that we can ascertain what is the exact specifics of that grip. But you see what he did right there. He hit the green, hit a beautiful, decent chip shot, but couldn't quite make the putt. So it's important that, as they say, golf, it's not a postcard. It's actually a scorecard. So it ain't got to look pretty.
So true.
So a very warm welcome to our viewers. We're right here in the studios, and I hope you're enjoying our broadcast. And do let us hear on YouTube what you'd like to hear more of, and should follow your favorite players. We have players from different countries and all states, so stay tuned. And the action comes to you thick and fast. Currently leading the tournament is Thanga Raja from Sri Lanka. And Manu Gandas from India at 17 under par. Mind you, Manu Gandas has been the number one player 2 years ago, and also had a full card on the DP World Tour. So a very experienced campaigner, still a young man in his 20s. And as Jairaj cleans up, he would be remiss with himself. You can see that little bit of exasperation. It does hurt, especially on a par 4 if you're driving the green and then you're not capitalizing on it. So it almost feels like a drop shot.
Speaking of Thangaraja, he had mixed fortunes this year. He won the Ahmedabad Open in March, first week March, but the rest of the month proved not nightmarish, but completely ineffective for him. He made 3 cuts, but finished 67th at the Kolkata Challenge.
Raja, 44 years of age, but we won't blame you if you look at him and don't quite gauge that. Still looks frighteningly young, very fit, agile, and a long hitter. and that is testament to the fact his 3 wood of the tee. We've seen a lot of players go with the driver. Only the longer hitters can have that luxury, but he himself he finds himself on the right hand side. Not his best shot, so would now need to salvage par from there. Manu also going with the 3 wood. Manu's action is a lot more virulent, very strong kind of action. Really gets through the ball, athletic sort of swing, not for the faint of heart. He's 29 years of age, of course. He can swing like that. He's in the peak of his golfing career this time. Earlier, they used to say the peak for a professional golfer used to be in his early 40s, but now the swing that he has really demands a lot of larger body muscle strength. Look at that finish. I think the commentator's curse is working overtime. I hope that ball stays the course. And he's gone on the other side. There is trouble on that side. There is trouble brewing. It's a little disappointing, that kind of a shot by Manu, especially when he's coasting at 17 under par.
Did the sand just slip off the club, or what happened
Yeah,
there?
it did. That could also be the conditions. It's a little more humid. It has rained, so these are the factors that player has to contend with. Shoria only the precocious age of 22, and already with victories under his belt. Home course Aptra Delhi. Also going with the 3 wood. Any player who can hit the driver close to 300 has the luxury of pulling out a 3 wood on this one. Let's see if he can thread the needle here. He does sense an opening. The leaders have gone array. And unfortunately, so has he. So it's a little baffling that the 3 of them have gone with the conservative approach and haven't been able to execute it. And now you see Manu going with his provisional ball and pulling out a driver.
It's almost like something's pulling. It's almost like something's pulling their ball off track.
Of course, it is a tight tee shot. You have that penalty on the left hand side, so it's not the easiest shot, but it's not that long either. So, and these players are really proficient with their 3 wood. So, of course, when a tee shot is a little intimidating, there is trouble. And you see that happen, and you can see in the foreground the leaves are ruffling a little bit. So,
It's also a slight relief for someone like Manu Gandas when he sees his compatriots also following his.
that is much better sequencing. Oh, that's an absolute gem of a drive. If only if it were the first time, but he has an opportunity to still make par, even if he's to not find his first ball. This would be his 3rd shot, so he'll have that 20-footer for par. But if he finds his first ball and it is in play, then he can't play the provisional. So the rules of golf state that even if you go find your first ball and you declare it unplayable, if you want to hit again, you can't play the provisional. You must go back to the tee or take a penalty drop.
It's also important because you need to save time. There are groups playing behind you, and time is of essence. The provisional is also a method to save time. You see the tire marks there. It's rained torrentially overnight, and there's a lot of slush on the side.
Golfer. TCS has been following Chika Rangappa this morning. It's good for him to take some time off from a busy schedule and be here to support the golfers, and we thank him for that. Now here Akshay. Ready to crouch over those chip shots. And that again comes up short. So you might be confused. What is he doing here when the previous group has already teed off? So this is played like a call hole. So Akshay has chipped out diagonally. So he would be 2 there and 3 on the green. So that should be his putt for par. So sometimes you just got to take the bitter medicine and move on. At times in golf, you can't quite bake your cake and eat it as well. You got to pick your medicine, and he's picked his poison, and I think that's smart play.
Akshay Sharma was leading the field on the first 2 days, and he slipped off the radar yesterday. He's still sitting at fourth position, so anything is possible. These 3 strokes isn't much at this level of golf. Anything can happen. It's just one hole that can change fortunes. So let's wait and watch.
Yeah, that is certain. It's not a bridge too far at this point in time. One of my favorite movies, my dear.
We'll certainly watch it. What's the other movie you named? A Walk in the Woods? So what is it? What is
A
it?
Walk to Remember.
A Walk to Remember. Great. I'll note these down.
Remember, Greg Norman's favorite quote is, the best walk in life is a long walk with a putter. So you're having hit the green from afar and then you walk with a putter. None of that would be on Akshay's mind. Zoomed in. We've seen putts from that side of the green go a little further, putting with the green. Speeds up as you get closer to the hole. Good distance control by him. So we'll just drop the solitary shot, and sometimes you just have to roll with the punches, and he will end up dropping a solitary shot there.
Wind speeds picked up. As you can see, the flag ruffling. We have Manu Gandas and N. Tangaraja in the lead at 17 under apiece. The birdies seem to have dried up for the leader group.
Yeah, the birdies are dried up, but I'm trying to see a pattern here. And what we see on this golf course is the first 4 holes are yielding a lot of birdies, in fact, a few eagles as well. So that's where the players are really making their mark. You see Shaurya Bhattacharya, in fact, starting off with 4 on the trot. Hole 6 to 9 are difficult. You see players dropping shots there. Front 9 is sort of a tale of 2 cities, so as to speak.
Hole 6, to be particular, has witnessed a sea of bogeys, a sea of dropped shots, with just one golfer managing to birdie it, and that is Subhash Tamang. Otherwise, just about everyone has either parred it or dropped a shot. And a couple of guys have double bogeyed it.
Let's see that chip shot. That comes up short and will leave him about 20 feet. I must say this is brilliant work on part of the tournament committee and especially Mr. Chari. These pin positions are really a work of art. So this is how you can even make a short hole challenge in golf. Is not just about tiger proofing and making the holes longer. Sometimes what you can do is use a little bit of chicanery so as to really put those flag pin positions in spicy places on a shoulder or somewhere where it's fraught with risk and reward. And this is indeed one such pin position. And now Shaurya have his work around, not opting to remove those boards. So maybe they are not in his intended line of play. Rough seems to be considerable there, almost ankle height. Will not be able to get any spin on that, any purchase. We'll have to rely on good contact and get that ball rolling. Let's see how he does there. As we wait with bated breath. That is going to scoot over the green, and I think all things considered, that is okay from there. He got good contact on that, and he knew which side he wanted to miss it. Didn't want to leave it short. Doesn't want to be dropping a shot here. Sometimes you don't want to be too greedy for a birdie and end up inadvertently dropping a shot. So I think that is maturity on the part of Shaurya. He knows that he was offline from the tee, and so has to make amends with the putter if he's to make birdie.
You'd spoken about the pin positions, sure. Yeah, Sampachari can do this in his sleep because he knows these greens like the back of his hand. He's been seeing them for about 25 years. In fact, Sampachari and I started work on the same day in golf. This was the Classic Golf Resort, 1998. His first tournament was also mine.
Yeah, how time flies. Of course, we'll not get too deep into that, but it's really something that I also recollect. With our association with the game really does date back, and I think it's one of those professions. Even if you're associated with it, it seems like an honor. You're a Miss Nature, and time really does fly when you're having a good time. And at this point in time, somebody who is having a good time leading the tournament is Thanga Raja alongside Manu Gandas. But mind you, they have their work cut out. Both of them have hit errant tee shots on hole number 10. And it'll be interesting to note who is the leader after hole number 10. In fourth position is Akshay Sharma. He too has had his share of struggle. So now we see Manu Gandas has indeed given up on ball number 1. So it is now his third ball is now in fact the one that he's his second shot, the mulligan, so as to speak in common parlance. But it was a 2-shot penalty, so he's 3-year. Now this is his putt for par. I think he's done really well. Oh, that is what a brilliant putt that was, just about skirting. I thought that I should have broke the other direction in right towards the end. Very assertive, good putt. And you saw the ball rolling end over end. That's a sign of a good putter. Should be able to make that, and a bogey won't hurt as much as a double would have. And I should also say that it takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to be able to pull off a driver after hitting the first one, your 3-wood, really out of play. So that's a testament to these players and the mental work that they do. When you've already hit one outside, you're standing on the tee, there is a little bit of fear and trepidation. And, he really did take the bull by the horns. He took the driver and hit the green. And that's why he is a champion.
True, as they say, nothing ventured, nothing won.
Prophetic words right there by Ashwin. Let's have a look at that putt. That was a really good chip from the rough by Shaurya. And he should be able to secure his par. So I would say that is a very measured approach as we welcome Mr. Swami into the commentary booth.
So Shaurya, if he pars this, will stay at 16 under. However, Manu Gandas has slipped to 16 under too. Will Thangaraja be able to secure the sole first position going into the 11th hole? Let's wait and watch. Thangaraja is staring down a longish putt, and he taps that uphill, and falls tantalizingly short of that cup, but it's another tap in which he duly executes.
At the same time, I can hear the doors creaking, opening up just a wee bit as Manu Gandas is in a spot of trouble there. And Shaurya Bhattacharya at 16 under, Manu Gandas at 17. So all of them coming back ever so slightly towards Thangaraja, who's at 17 under. Remember, Thanga was the leader at the halfway stage in this tournament, and now seems like he's coming back into that pole position. And not too far is Akshay Sharma at 14 under, and Amardeep Malik. Yes, he is also there very much in the mix at 13 under through 11 holes. So it's all to play for all these guys. Just 3 or 4 holes separating the top 5 or 6 players. So it's going to be a real tight battle.
This putt, if drained, will push Manu Gandas down to 16 under. It's a bogey putt. And it does.
Well, I'm sure after all those problems, he's happy to get away with that because this wasn't the easiest of putts. This wasn't exactly a given. So a bogey putt, take your medicine and walk off.
That's a Titleist 4 ball that Tangaraja is playing with. Is 4 his lucky number, or is it just a coincidence?
Just a coincidence, I'm sure, but he sure would love not to go beyond 4 on this hole and keep it at 4 at least. Oh, that was Shaurya. And so
Sorry, that was
Shaurya
Shaurya.
walked off with a par there. Stays at 16 under through 10. And there is Akshay. Oh, sorry, Amandeep. A fist bump there. Happy man.
Amardeep has changed his putter. Wasn't he playing with the longer?
I'm not too sure about that. But it depends on what gives you comfort at what stage. But as long as the results are coming forward, so that was a nice one there. So Amardeep making moves ever so slightly.
We were just discussing, sir, in the top 4, with the sole exception of Amardeep, who's birdied the 10th. There is birdies have dried up completely. The series have dropped shots. Is it because the course is playing tougher? Is it because of the overnight rain? What exactly is it?
Well, certainly, as Shaurya was saying a little while ago, the greens were so much were fast on day 3, and then with the rain, the greens became soft and the speed was also lower, and of course the pressures of the final day with so much of money at stake. So all put together does add up to the pressure. And right now, from what I can see, Amardeep Malik is the man. He's been bogey free through 11 holes, 3 birdies, first and second, and 10th. He started the front nine with birdies, and he began the back nine with a birdie par. So he is there at 13 under, not too far back. And Manu Gandhas had a bogey there on the 10th, so he'll come back to 16. And so Amandeep Malik is just 3 behind the leader. And with a lot of the back nine still yet to be played, I'm sure he must be fancying his chances.
He's sitting alongside Hani Baisoya, who's not had a great day today. He had birdies on the second and the third, but thereafter has dropped 3 shots. So he slipped to 1 over today and 13 under overall.
So everybody up there on the leaderboard, Tangaraja through 10 holes, he's had just 1 birdie and 9 pars. Shaurya Bhattacharya was on fire on the first 4 holes with birdies on each of them, and then he dropped 3 bogeys on the next 4. Manu Gandhas has had 2 birdies and 3 bogeys. Akshay Sharma has had 2 of each, birdies and bogeys, and Amardeep Malik has been the man has a spotless card so far with 3 birdies, and he looks in good nick. And he could be the dark horse here, despite being 3 shots behind, or rather 4 shots behind Tangaraja, the new leader right now.
The other gentleman with the spotless card, as you had mentioned, sir, is Arjun Sharma, who has 4 birdies after completing 14 holes. He's sitting at 12 under, just 1 behind Amardeep, and 4 under for today.
So don't discount these gentlemen.
That's the 11th tee box, with the OB fence bordering it on the right. One of the spectators is walking the wall there, like an acrobat. It's Manu Gandhas at 16 under. He will want to attack and wrest the initiative from Tangaraja.
It's a pretty tight leaderboard there. Thangaraja at 17 under, Shaurya and Manu at 16 under, Akshay at 14, and Amardeep Malik at 13. Really tight indeed up there. Still a lot of golf to be played.
That's the ball tracker. Tells you exactly where the ball is headed. Technology has changed the face of golf broadcast. Swing, lane. See how one would normally imagine the club comes back exactly the way it goes up. But no. There is a forward movement. So that power is transferred into the ball and it heads in the direction of the post is headed. Called the super tracker. You can see on your screen. There you got an aerial view there.
I'm sorry, sir. My mistake.
पर हम भी जिद्दी है
पढ़ता है खेलता है झूलता उछलता है दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया.
Back to action. Pink seems to be the theme of the day, sir.
Yeah, well, I wonder if it's pink or it looks like a mix there. You have new shades these days. Clothing manufacturers are actually experimenting so much.
It's also interesting to see the variety of industries who are sponsoring golf. There's Campa there, as you can see. There's Victorious Choice. So there's apparel, there is F&B, there is FMCG goods. Name them. Everyone has got a vertical running into golf. That's great news for Indian golf.
This is the lead group with Thangaraja, Shaurya and Manu Gandas.
An interesting stat that Nikhil Kalan of PGTI had passed on to us yesterday was Manu Gandas won the Chennai Open in 2022 and Thangaraja finished runner-up. Now here they are locking horns again 3 years down the line. Nothing seems to have changed.
That's Shaurya from the bunker. Oh, it's hit it just a wee bit further than he would have wanted. So it's going to be again with the greens a bit slow. Sometimes they're putting just an ounce or maybe say a little bit of power, which actually takes it further in case you miss the target.
The demands of professional golf, you have to adjust your game on a day-to-day basis and sometimes during your round as well, because if it rains and the greens slow down, you have to adjust your putting stroke. You need great precision and you need great control over your own game, a great understanding of your own game to be able to perform at the highest level and win. So that takes us back to Tiger Woods, who you know personally and you've followed.
Personally, I've met him a few times.
Yeah, that's much more than we have done for sure. But the thing is, how do you think Tiger became who he was? Is it natural talent or was it just hard work? Or a mix of both?
Hard work, Wasn't it Ben Hogan who said the harder I work, the better I get. The harder I work, the luckier I seem to get.
It's remarkable
It's
consistency.
not just about lucky, it's about working hard. A birdie putt there for Manu. Good chance for him to make up that shot which he dropped. Yes, it does. It died into the hole. A perfect putt up there. Just the speed and stroked it very nicely.
Beautiful graphic there, and Manu Gandas is back up in the lead with Thangaraja.
This course, which is spread over 90 acres in the heart of the city, was inaugurated in 1938 and later redesigned by golf legend Peter Thompson, a 5-time Open winner.
Also, the PGTI is hosting an event on this golf course for the fourth successive year.
No, not the fourth successive, fourth time.
The fourth time, sorry. 2023 was an exception.
How did it stop? Shirley always seems to be wondering, and his caddy echoes that. A bit of a miss there. He had the birdie, almost had it in a manner of speaking. That's it, even half a roll short, and all you get is a par. Thangaraja, the golden man. Thanga means gold in Tamil. He's hanging in there. All smiles. He knows that he has no birdies on the card today, but still.
The previous three editions of the Chennai Open were won by Mukesh Kumar in 2016 at the Madras Gymkhana Club, Guindy, Mithun Pereira in 2018 again at the Madras Gymkhana Club, and Manu Gandas in 2022 at this very course, the Cosmo TNGF Golf Course. And now we welcome Shaurya to the commentary box.
That was a very measured welcome for Shaurya.
Thank you for that, Ashwin. It's like a game of musical chairs that we're playing in here, and it's rather exciting to watch these golfers all on song. And Thangaraja currently leading the tournament alongside Manu Gandas at 17 under par. Manu Gandas we saw making that bogey, and both Thangaraja and Shaurya Bhattacharya were able to secure par on 10, and then Manu Gandas came back with a really good birdie on hole number 11. That really does show his medal and tells you a little bit about why some of the players are champions and why the others can't quite win, because winning on golf, the percentages are very low. It's actually close to about 0.7% chance, given that you have 120, probably even lower than that, 0.68 or 67. So, and that is if, as I say, ceteris paribus, everything remains the same. But what a beautiful putt! Steam rolls that good 8 feet by. You can see that there's a steep slope beyond the flag. The putt looked really good, but now he'll have his work cut out. And that's a very difficult putt coming back, putting against the green. Often you find that if a player runs the first putt by, it's normally he's
a tough one there for Amardeep, because he was bogey free so long, and he was 4 under till 12, and now it looks like he might drop 2 shots here. Well, he will drop 2 shots because that was a bogey putt which went past.
And
so 13, a bit of a bother for Amardeep.
This hole 365 yards. not much as far as distance is concerned, but accuracy is definitely at a premium here, and most of the holes here. So this golf course is a very old style golf course, that not a modern golf course, so to speak, a very heritage based sort of golf course, and that's one of the decisions that the ruling bodies of golf have taken for professional golf. The ball will be rolled back, I think, in 2028, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And the reason is that you only have so much land. While we have a look at Mari Muthu, he's left that a little short. Mari Muthu now. And that's the two of us right here, bringing to you live commentary from our studio, from the ABP studio. It's been exciting for us thus far, and we'd love to hear more from you. Who you're supporting, and what kind of golf coverage? What is something that you'd like to see more of? We're always all ears for things that our viewers want.
And there is Amardeep Malik on hole 13 in a bit of a bother.
You know, he's very
Dropped a shot or two here now.
he's a very perceptive golfer, and you know, he's a technician when it comes to golf. Works very specifically on his fitness, on his clubs, iron fitting. He goes to Gurbazman and works very deliberately on every facet of the game. So he would have understood that he needs to hit this putt firm. So I'm certain that this will come out with authority off the putter face. Look at that. So it's just the kind of player that he is. You know, he understands
Quite
what.
good putt, but it's a double bogey.
But good putt, nevertheless.
Exactly. True, indeed.
But a great putt, nevertheless. You saw the thing there was that it's very easy to leave those putts short. Once you've run the first one by, the common reaction is not to do the same thing again. So often you'll see that players, when they run the first putt past the cup, they'll leave the next one inherently short. Look at that view. Beautiful setting here at the TNGF Cosmo golf course. We bring to you the Chennai Open, powered by CPCL and the Super Tracker. Look at that width. Look at that width. Really loading up there. Look at that. A sizable divot as well. That's a strong man swing right there. Also, the graphic shows the ball traveling over trees and the wide expanse. Of all the features of our coverage, I must say this is the one that I like the most. It really does tell you what the players face. Puts you in a little bit of a trance, and as we do that, let's also talk a word about our tour partners. Our tour partners, Victorious Choice. Moments of the Victorious Choice is an entity inspired by the philosophy of Choice International Limited that has risen to become the unicorn in the financial sector with its unique and innovative approach of the joy of earning. So Sharon, let's have IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank Limited has been redefining banking for the past 30 years and has been a force progression and innovation of an elevated banking experience for a diverse range of stakeholders, including government entities, PSUs, retail customers, and large corporations. The bank's product offerings include microfinance, personal loans, debit cards, SME loans, advanced digital banking facilities, and more. Then you also have Amrutanjan Electro Plus. Amrutanjan Healthcare is a 127-year-old company with a rich legacy and is best known for its iconic brand Amrutanjan Pain Balm, a purpose-driven, innovative company. Amrutanjan Healthcare offers a versatile product portfolio. Amrutanjan Electro Plus is a juice-based electrolyte drink of it for the first time in India in a convenient PET bottle. And I'm pretty certain that it's being employed by the players today, given the conditions. And you also have to a partner Amul, a name that is just synonymous with excellence in India, powering the PGTI surges to a partner Amul, which is India's largest food brand and the eighth largest dairy company globally. No mean feat, mind you. The iconic brand Amul has helped the country emerge as the world's largest milk producer. And you also have Campa, which has come on as a tour partner, reviving that age-old famous brand. Campa powers your Zid. Campa, the spark behind every Zid. And then you have Rolex. The privileged association between Rolex and golf dates back to 1967. Since 1967, the relationship between Rolex and golf has evolved and thrived. And it's not only associated with the most prominent bodies governing golf, but also with the principal professional tours. And it is indeed a very valued partnership for the Professional Golf Tour of India. As you get back to the action, Shaurya on our screens. You're playing hole number 12. Now, this is a tricky shot for N. Thangaraja. I think he's found the beach. So we'll have to extricate himself from there. We'll need to get under the ball a little bit because it is downhill from where the ball pitches. So it'll have a penchant for running past the hole unless he can put some spin on this one. Yeah, and there it's that's sped away as predicted. But I would say that's a good shot. That's 9 on 10. Very good execution. He did cut across it, did put that spin, but it's only so much you can do because you don't have much room there. There are certain players who really revel under pressure, and I feel that Shaurya is one of them. He's in and around the leaderboards, and you never really see him give away the lead or capitulate. It's always that somebody else has to come and win a tournament, and that's a hallmark of a champion. He'll have 7 holes to steady the ship. And Thangaraja Manugandas leading from the front. We also have a look at the patrons and the gallery now. Seems like ideal weather.
Yeah,
a little still, I would say. But,
I would say, but even though we can't see the leaves out there or the branches moving as much as they probably did earlier in the week.
Amardeep Malik now finds himself in 4th position, inching closer. He's only 3 shots behind. So, seeing that how fortunes can turn in this game of golf, he's very much in the thick of things. And
he had a great par putt there, a little bit of confusion after that, but it was indeed a par putt and a fantastic one.
So that would keep him at 4 under for the day, blemish free. Manugandas would be looking to separate himself and become the solo leader if he were to hold this. That's looking good. Really dialed in terms of speed control, and that's something that our viewers can take away from. It's not really about holding each and every putt. It's just that you must have just the requisite amount of speed that you must impart on each putt. And speed control, I think, is the most important thing in putting, and that of course comes from center contact. So speed is of course an outcome of the quality of contact that you have. So when you putt, I think the best way is to try and control the speed and play for different distances, maybe even putt blindfolded and just get a feel for speed. That's something that a lot of these professionals work on. Now let's see how Shaurya does here. The hole is visible in the foreground, just on his left-hand side. This putt is looking good. This putt is looking good. This putt is looking good, ladies and gentlemen. And he makes that. Shaurya Bhattacharya moves to 16 under par. What a beautiful putt. And a really nice read. And
Look at that acknowledgement in the bottom corner there, the birdie.
look at that speed, what I was talking about. Just perfect execution. They say the ideal speed is a putt that ends 17 inches past the cup. And there you see that fist pump as well. Beautiful putt. We'll put a little bit of heat on the leaders, give them something to think about as they head over to hole number 13. Thangaraja now. This putt becomes a lot more important after Shaurya's putt. He's done well. That's a really good par from there by Thanga. Plays at a brisk clip, does Thanga? Doesn't really
Yes, he
waste.
does. I mean, and he walks fast in between the holes, doesn't waste any time. I suppose every chief referee's dream.
Now this it's a fairly straight putt. I don't think there's any break in this whatsoever.
But still, something to be tense about, when you are in this crucial stages. Even a 3-footer, but now mistake there from Manu.
Very assertive, authoritative putt by Manu. So Manu and Thangaraja would remain at 17 under par. Shaurya Bhattacharya inches closer. Only one shot behind. Amardeep Malik, the experienced golfer. The man who's been around, played on the Asian Tour, played a lot of international events. A multiple winner on the Professional Golf Tour of India, plays his golf out of Noida. Also the son of an army officer. Grew up playing his golf in Meerut in Uttar Pradesh. I remember seeing him for the first time in a junior tournament. And in fact, is one of the few golfers who's not really played junior golf. He started, if memory serves me correct, he started at the age of 17. So he was a late bloomer, so as to speak. And the rest of us were playing junior, sub-junior, so on and so forth. And very quickly he found his form and picked up the game of golf. Put in a lot of effort to train and learn the intricacies of this game. And the fruits of his labor are here to be witnessed. And that's a good putt again by Amardeep. So he's rolling the ball really well, has been able to get a gauge on the speed of the greens, and
All a matter of confidence, I assume.
but he's running out of holes if he has to make a move. He's played 14. He has 4 holes to go, and he's 3 shots behind.
Two of them par fives.
I would think he needs to get to at least 17. I don't know how he needs to birdie the par fives and maybe then squeeze in a birdie and one of the par threes, and that can give him an outside shot. Give the leader something to think about. He'll finish earlier as we have a look at
Put the score there, out there, and then put the pressure
Mari
on the
Muthu.
guys behind you.
Good putt by Mari Mathu as well. I've seen that he's really worked on his putting and speed control has improved. He's also another player who doesn't. I don't recall if he takes a practice swing either. Doesn't like to.
Probably doesn't.
Yeah, doesn't like to waste any of the swings. I remember his philosophy. Me and him were put in a group, and I remember him having a difficult time with me, because given the considerable amount of time and thought that I did put in that. But now that I look back in retrospect, it's paralysis by analysis that often is the case with players who are, how do you say, slow?
That's a pretty mild way of putting things. I'm sure chief referees and timekeepers have a different word for it.
Yeah, they do have a smile whenever they see me back playing a tournament. It's a great camaraderie that I've shared with all of them, being penalized and whatnot. And we have a look at Arjun here now. This putt again, you can see the grass, the shade of grass is a lot darker, so that means he's putting into the green. Not easy to hold these ones time after time. You have to keep your head down, hit it a little harder than what you would, so that the ball doesn't veer off. Yeah, he's done well.
Done it.
He's a quick learner. Is Arjun Prasad.
Actually, as I keep repeating, he's been having a great season. And here is Amardeep.
Amardeep Malik with a kick in putt.
14 under through 14.
But the good thing about Amardeep's game right now is trending in the right direction and at the right time. Often in a professional golfer's career, it's not just about playing well, it's also playing well at the correct time. You can be playing
That's
well.
right. You've got to hold those big ones.
Yeah, you're playing well in a smaller tournament as opposed to playing well in a bigger tournament. I think case in point was Shubhankar winning in South Africa, and over that on that extended field and getting his European tour card. So things like those have to happen for you, right?
Absolutely. You need to, you know, you need to you need to take your chances and actually grab them when they are there. And I think Schumacher, he's been, of course, it has not been the best of seasons with him, but still he's hanging on the DP World Tour. A bit slow here out there for the lead group. They're still on the 13th.
Now this is it's going to be a difficult shot here coming out of the rough. Distance control will not be that straightforward here. You see that abbreviated finish, and the ball has. I think he's tugged it to the left hand side now. He's going to have his work cut out, or is that the ball? I'm not quite certain. It's a really good tee shot right there from Shaurya. He's in the perfect position to attack this flag from here. Maybe all of 70 yards. You can see the wind starting to pick up somewhat. This hole is emblematic of how this golf course is. It gives you ample opportunities for birdies, but it demands accuracy from you. And hasn't he delivered accuracy?
Well, that was a good one.
It's delivered in style. That's a very accurate shot by him. Right on the number, pitched it perfectly. I think it was like a butterfly with sore legs.
So that could fetch him his first birdie of the day. Imagine 12 holes without a single birdie.
Now Manu Gandas now. Also another really good tee shot on this hole. Let's see his approach. Does he hit a low spinning one? I'm not quite certain where that has ended up for Manu. I think he's overshot it.
I wish they would change the t-shirts.
While we have a look at our players, let's also have a look at the order of merit. We have Yuvraj Sandhu standing proud in the numero uno spot at 88 lakh. Played only 11 events. Arjun Prasad having played 13 events at 64 lakh. Udyan Mane 61 lakh. Angad Chima 58 lakh. Angad Chima has been having a brilliant run this year. He's already won twice this year. Yuvraj 4 times. And Shaurya Bhattacharya has won 1 time as well.
That was Shaurya there. I think he's in with a birdie chance, and The shirt color actually made me say that he was probably Tanga. That was apologies. So Shaurya has a chance to get even better. I mean, four birdies at the start, then four bogeys. Now we've got Manu
Now
Gandas.
this shot this is an error that you don't quite expect from a player of Manu's caliber, to be honest. You've about 50, 60 yards, and there's a steep embankment. It really does fall off precipitously after about 4 feet beyond the flag. So you want to play safe and sort of maybe leave it a little shorter. So he's been aggressive on that one, and now he's left himself with not the easiest up and down against the grain. The only good thing is it's uphill, so it shouldn't be that difficult to stop it. But from what I hear from the players, the feedback, chipping around the greens is very difficult. You have to stand a lot closer to the ball and use the bounce. Otherwise, the club has a tendency of getting under the ball and what you call, in common parlance, a flub. So let's see.
But he still could get his power back here.
Almost got a birdie. So
That was a good one.
and he's proved us wrong. He knows his game a lot better than us, and the short game is on point. So brilliant chip by Manu Gandas. Look at that execution. Came out, had a little bit of spin as well.
Fantastic. Top quality.
Yeah, that's straight from the top drawer. That is a thing of beauty.
I'm sure it brings a smile onto his playing partners too. Good one there.
Yeah, you like to see good quality golf. The thing about golf is that you have to defeat yourself, not your opponent. And golfers often appreciate brilliance, even if it's your competitor. The week post this, the tour heads off to Hyderabad for the Golconda Masters 2025, then the Coimbatore Open. This is the Southern Swing. Then to Bengaluru for the Bengaluru Open at the Venerable Karnataka Golf Association. And then, of course, the creme de la creme of global golf descend. The stars descend upon Delhi Golf Club, spearheaded by none other than Rory McIlroy for the DP World India. So that's going to be something.
And look at the other players too in the field.
Now back to Thanga, 20 feet for his birdie. Does he sense an opening? That's a good putt and really good speed control as well by Thanga Raja. So, Mr. Swami, I'm
Should
pretty.
pick another for us. So DP World India Championship. You're gonna have another look at Thanga's putt, that long one. Yes, nice one there. So that event will have not only Rory but also Tommy Fleetwood, Shane Lowry, Victor Hovland, four of the world's finest players right now.
And quite a few Irishmen.
That's true.
Yeah, the luck of the Irish.
Well, look at that. I mean, we've got a FedEx Cup champion, a Masters champion, a Grand Slam winner, and of course the 2019 Open champion in Shane Lowry, and a multiple PGA Tour winner, Victor Hovland. So that tournament is co-sanctioned.
And seems the luck of the Irish is smiling upon Shaurya Bhattacharya. 2 birdies back to back to get him to 17 under par. Now there's a trio.
He's not going away.
Now there is 3 to party, not 2. You have a 3-way tie. Thanga Raja, Manu Gandas, Shaurya Bhattacharya, neck and neck. And Thanga Raja 1 over, Manu Gandas even par, and Shaurya Bhattacharya 2 under for the day. Trailing them is Amardeep Malik, the seasoned campaigner. And then you have Hani Besoya, strong Hani Besoya, great ball striker. And then you have the proficient Akshay Sharma, who was at one point in time leading, but the tournament has not quite been his day. A few errors. And then you have Arjun Sharma also stitching together a really good round. He's at 4 under for the day and 12 under for the tournament. Manu Gandas not ambling about. Taking the big gun out here at hole number 14. Hole number 14 is 351 yards. So this golf course offers a lot of birdie opportunities. 14th has yielded quite a few birdies today. The moments of the day. It's the moments that matter when you look back. And moments such as these. We also want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Chennai Petroleum Corporation Limited, CPCL, one of the leading group companies of Indian oils. Was conceived in 1960s as a 2.5 million metric tons per annum refinery designed to produce fuels and fat stock. This stock at CPCL the past 5 decades have been eventful, growth-oriented phase of CPCL. Families built the organization to reach the presence stature of 10.5 MMTPA capacity. You can see that they're growing. And so is the game of golf. Brilliant camera angle shows you his leg work and how the foot comes off the ground. Ground force is working upon the player's extremities. Force delivering the blow onto the ball. The energy gets transferred.
पढ़ता है खेलता है झूलता उछलता है दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया
What a great shot! But he looks tired. And that's a drinks break.
But what's the plus sign for? अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस। जब लगे थकान वाली प्यास, जरूरी है सेल लेवल हाइड्रेशन। इसके इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स आपके सेल्स को रिहाइड्रेट करे, एनर्जी लौटाए, थकान वाली प्यास मिटाए।
जब आपको भी लगे थकान वाली प्यास, अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस, थकान वाली प्यास के लिए।
Back to the action. Now Mr. Ashwin joins us. We're also speaking about CPCL. And CPCL stands tall among the public sector refining companies in India, with one of the most complex refineries of its kind in the country, producing an array of value-added petroleum products. It also pioneered key initiatives in several areas such as process optimization, technology absorption, energy conservation, wasteland reclamation, and environment management. So, really, playing a pivotal part in nation building is CPCL. And energy is the backbone of every country, and currently, the backbone of this tournament are the three stellar players on top. They are leading together N. Thangaraja, Manu Gandas, and Shaurya Bhattacharya. We have only 5 holes to go. This is turning out to be an absolute thriller.
You can say that again, Shaurya. When was the last time you witnessed a three-way playoff on the PGTI circuit? Do you remember?
The older I get, the more amnesia catches me. So I remember the last one we saw with Udyan and Yuvraj, but I'm certain that our dear Swami sir can jog his memory and tell us when was the last time. There's a super computer that computes all things golf. So a three-way playoff is a rather mouth-watering prospect, not for the players, but for the viewers.
Supercomputers, when he started off, he's evolved into a machine that can't be described.
And A little bit of trivia now. Golf was reinstated into the Olympics in 2016 after a gap of 112 years. And the best finish was in 2020 when Aditya Ashok was so unlucky to have missed out by a solitary shot. She was just resplendent. The pride of the nation finished fourth in 2020. And our Indian golfers have featured at all the editions of the Olympics 2016, 2020, and 2024. Now, the next one is going to be in 4 years. Would be interesting to note that who is going to be flying our national flag with pride. There's a lot of talent on offer at the Professional Golf Tour of India, and this is a stepping stone for bigger things. They are going to go and win major championships. I'm certain that India will produce one sooner rather than later. There, Mr. Chari, with that dingo hat.
And the familiar walk.
And the stopwatch around the neck.
There was a time when Mr. Sampachari took to running. He would run day in and day out, and he lost I don't know how many kilos. And then he, of course, stopped running. But he is a master of his profession. And also, when he first went for an interview with what was then the PGAI, they asked him if he had read the book, The Rules of Golf. He said, "I've written them," because he wrote down every rule in a separate notebook.
That is, he does have a lot of attention to detail. He has a penchant for accuracy, and whenever we're playing even normal rounds, I do make it a point. When we get confused, there's a point of contention between us. We often end up calling him during our normal rounds, and even video calling and asking for rulings. And I must say, most of the times I'm wrong, and my opponents are right. So we have a look at Manu there.
And the Swami sir just informed me, Sampachari does it every year. He writes the rules of golf down every year.
What a beautiful shot right there from under the trees. Hoiked it over the trees there. Brilliant execution right there by Manu. Now Shaurya, I think he has an opportunity for a triplet. 2 birdies already on the trot. Make it a triple. Should not be too difficult for him. Maybe all of 80 odd yards. Just keep it a little low. Has to control the spin from there. That's another beauty by him. Right on the money. He's ready on song. Gives himself maybe around 12 feet. He's really coming to the party at this point in time.
Meanwhile, Amardeep Malik has dropped a shot on the 15th. And he is still tied fourth with 2 other golfers, Akshay Sharma and Hani Baisoya at 13 under. We've got 3 golfers tied fourth at 13 under, and the leader group is tied at 17 under.
Brilliant golf by Amardeep. Unfortunate for that round to be sort of impeded by that bogey in 15, but should be able to make a few birdies coming in and secure that top 5 position. That's also really important. World ranking points. This week would see Arjun Prasad inch closer to Yuvraj Sandhu, and there's so many opportunities with a jam-packed schedule. You're talking about a lot of money here, Ashwin. These are some big tournaments. Each tournament that precedes this will be worth 1 crore. So, 15 lakh and then some goes to the winner. So it's not just pride that you're playing for. Of course, pride is the most important thing for a sportsman. There's also a little bit of greenbacks, so as to speak. A lot of money, a lot of world ranking points. And then, of course, the DP World India, where only a select few golfers will be able to get in. The current winners and obviously some of the top players from last year's order of merit. That'll be a keenly contested spot for that tournament to somehow get into it. So these players would, coming into these 5 tournaments, would have their eye squarely on that tournament. That's an opportunity, sort of a once in a lifetime opportunity as you have a look at N. Thanga Raja.
Looks like it's fallen short a bit.
Yes, I think he has his work cut out now.
You were talking about prize purse, and essentially just a little under 2/3 of the season up in 2025, and we have the top 13 golfers in the order of merit earning in excess of 40 lakhs. That speaks very highly of the prize money on offer and the growth of the rate of the PGTI.
Yes, I think that's much required. We have some of the best players, and you see that has a cascading effect as Manu is crouching tiger, hidden dragon, really intent with that line. He knows the importance of it. The players who won tournaments, they can sense the gravity of a situation. He knows that he wants to make this putt, and he can see that Shaurya is hitting his stride. Yeah, the prize funds have gone up, rightly so, and so has the competition. Back in like 2010, which was my last full season on the Professional Golf Tour of India, I remember the average cuts were maybe somewhere in the vicinity of 5 over, if I'm not wrong. 5 or between 5 or 6. Some weeks would be 4, and of course the shorter golf course. But I would say that I would not be remiss if I say it was 5. Now the average cut is somewhere between par and 1 over. It's about probably 0.5 or 0.7 over par. So you can just see, and the golf courses are the same. We over emphasize the importance of equipment, but you still have to produce. The only change that has happened is that Manu Gandas looking good, and that is a cliffhanger. Unfortunate for that not to have rolled one more time. So the stage is set for our young lad Shaurya to make this putt and take this tournament solely as his for the time being. So the cuts have gone down. The driver does go further. Equipment has made a difference in so far as the driver is concerned, but I don't see any other great advantages. The irons are still pretty similar. The wedges, the putters, putters were always something that were innovated. This putt looks like there's not much break to it, to be honest. It looks dead straight. Earlier I thought it might break from the right, but not quite. I think it's going to be dead straight, but speed again is that one magic factor that needs to be kept up, and he's left a little to the right. And you see the speed was not ideal either. Wanted to hit a little firmer, so veered off. And that's what happens on these greens when you're putting against the grain. Very difficult to hold these putts. So
you'd mentioned the driver getting, the impact the driver plays on golf, but what about fitness? If the irons are playing the same, hasn't fitness got people a little more distance?
Yes, that is for sure. I think that there has been, you're also seeing a wider genetic pool of players who actually enter and become professional golfers. Years past, I think you're seeing it in all sports. If you look at tennis, you look at some of the other games, you're having these younger lot of players who are actually more athletic. I don't know how that happens, but maybe that's some sort of genesis of I don't know. You have to go into some understanding of how a human being evolves, but it's definite that in all sports that you're seeing, and it's just a global phenomenon. Players have gotten stronger. The 100-meter sprinters, they're getting faster. So that is something that I think that's a human race that's always trending upwards. But coming back to Indian professional golf, the sea change that is most evident is that now you have the younger players whose swing speeds.
I'm sorry, sir. My mistake.
पर हम भी जिद्दी है.
उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया.
Coming back to the action, so you're talking about the physicality and even the players who, I think case in point would be Amardeep Malik. As the years wear on, the players are very aware, keenly aware of the competition that is. So that also pushing them more towards fitness, which is definitely not the case in yesteryear. I think competition is really something that ignites innovation. You've seen it across industries, and that happens in golf as well. And as I say, where there is honey, the bees come. So if the money goes up, you will find that a lot more children will look at golf as a viable profession, and that, of course, is required in a country like ours. And as a nation grows, sport is such an important part of its soft power, and it's good to see that golf is at the forefront of this revolution. I was also thinking about a unique thing I saw. I don't know, Mr. Swami saw it. I saw that on the DP World Tour, Nakajima, the Japanese player, missed a ball on while hitting because somebody coughed. He was on his downswing. Somebody coughed and he missed the ball entirely. So and that's probably the first time I've seen something like that.
Well, I can replicate that without people coughing.
So shows you that the thing about golf is if you have ambient sound or if you have some sort of disturbance which is consistent or loud crowds, it's manageable. As you have a look at Mari here, difficult shot for him. Yeah, not able to get it to the green. Well, not the easiest of shot. Had to keep it low and sort of bump it into crabgrass, which is not really amenable to a consistent roll. So if you have sort of sound which is there and predictable, even in your large galleries, it does not make much of a difference. But if there's a sudden burst of noise or sound, it can be debilitating for pro golfers.
Meanwhile, we have Yuvraj Singh, who's finished his round with an eagle. He's played to 5 under today. What a comeback. Now he's sitting at tied 5th place at 13 under. Those valuable world ranking points you talked about?
Yeah, absolutely. Those are going to come in handy. A lot of these players play international tour qualifying schools such as the DP World Tours, and which is held over multiple stages. And that is where you realize that these world ranking points are indeed gilt-edged.
I have one more question of you as soon as this whole concludes.
As you have a look at Arjun now. Arjun currently even par for the day, playing hole number 16 and is 11 under for the tournament. I think he's been the breakout player this year. He was trending in the right direction last year, and this year has really been able to stamp his authority to have amassed a lot of prize money. So well done by Arjun there. As you have a look at Amardeep.
That bogey has pushed Amardeep down a bit. Otherwise, he was pretty much up there with the big boys.
Amardeep Malik used to chip cack-handed back in the day. And now you see that very unique pincer sort of grip that he holds the putter with. And leaves that a little short. We'll have some work there in order to hold that putt. So on the par 5.
So this grip that Amardeep has, the putting grip, does the top hand, that is the left hand, guide the ball, or is it the bottom hand that guides it towards the target?
I think the main reason that players are doing it because they want to eliminate any kind of wrist play in putting. So ideally, what you want is the left hand, the back of the left, back of the left hand to sort of take the lead role while you putt. So If that doesn't happen, then many players switch to these sort of grips to negate the hands altogether and to neutralize them, so that you have more of your sternum sort of guiding the putt, and you don't want too much hand play, so this is somewhere that both the hands play equal part, especially with the holding on to the putter so gingerly. It really is something that requires a lot of coordination between both, so none can really overpower the other.
Vital pieces of information for young golfers.
Manu now on the par 3.
The crowd's building up, as you can see.
They really do love their golf here, and they also have so much history on this golf course. I think that is very important when you are at an institution which has seen champions. We really do understand that what this game means. Great putt right there. Really nice putt by Manu Gandas.
So right now it's a three-way lead. Shaurya Bhattacharya has come from behind, has now nudged ahead of Manu Gandas and N. Tangaraja on the leaderboard. The three of them are tied at 17 under with 4 holes left to play.
And the round of the day thus far belongs to Yuvraj Singh at 6 under par. We also have a 5 under par by none other than Gaurav Pratap Singh, GP. In fact, I had a conversation with him 2 days back. As we get back to Shaurya Bhattacharya, the player who's on song, playing the par 3 here at 17 under par. Didn't quite convert the birdie putt on the last hole. Let's see if he can hold this one. Looks good. Really nice putt by him. You can see the speed control is on point. Gaurav Pratap Singh moves up to 6 under par. In fact, he was lamenting his lack of form and wasn't too happy with himself. He said, I feel that I should be shooting lower scores, so it makes me rather elated to see him shoot a 5 under par. With a double bogey, mind you, so well done to GPS.
As a professional golfer, what would you say is a better putt if on a flat playing putting surface, not undulating, if a ball goes 1 foot beyond the hole or 1 foot to the left or the right of the hole, which is better? You could give yourself a better chance to hold the ball if it goes beyond.
We will just get to that as we look at Thanga, who's this is definitely the one that is the best, that right goes in the heart, but definitely you want to go beyond the hole. Left or right means that it's a little bit of a miss it. If you can skirt the hole, even if you're going 2 feet, 2.5 feet, a foot and a half, and having to work on the one coming back, I would rather prefer that you have the line on it. So it's really important. Really well done by Thanga there. So we see the leaderboard. You also have Aditya Bhandarkar at 4 under par today. In fact, he got up to 6 under par at one point in time. So Bhandu, our good friend and a commentary aficionado as well, is putting no foot wrong. It was 6 under at one point in time. So 4 under now with a few more holes to go. So
meanwhile, Akshay Sharma has made his own the sole 4th position thus far, with a birdie on the 15th.
Shaurya. I don't see too many players put the tiger combo, the red and black. I think that's otherwise, remember, that used to be an absolute rage back in the day. Everybody wanted to emulate Tiger, but I think that's what happens. That they say time and tide, unfortunately, waits for no man. And now is the top golf.
मेरे पापा ना गोल्फ में पहले कैडी थे, तो वो गवर्नमेंट जॉब लग गए थे, तो उनका सपना था कि मैं गोल्फर बनूं। तो हम ग्राउंड में खेलते थे, तो हमारे एक ब्रदर ने बोला कि इसको क्लब दिलावा दो। तो उन्होंने प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट करवा दी मेरी। उसके बाद चंडीगढ़ गोल्फ क्लब ने मुझे बहुत सपोर्ट किया और मेरे फादर ने बहुत सपोर्ट किया मुझे। 2018 में प्रो बनने का सोचा। उस टाइम मैं एशियन गेम्स स्क्वाड में था, तो मेरा इंजरी के कारण मैं खेल नहीं पाया। तो फिर मैंने 2019 में प्रो बनने की सोच लिया था। तो जो मेरा सपना था और मेरे फादर का सपना था वो था प्रो गोल्फर। लास्ट ईयर थोड़ा मेरा ख़राब रहा। उससे पहले जब मैं 2020, 2021, 22, 3 तो काफ़ी अच्छा रहा। थोड़ा सा मिस्टेक की हिस्ट्री मेरी ख़राब कर रहा था, उस पर काम करके वापस आया हूँ मैं। काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंस आया सर उससे, क्योंकि उससे पहले मैं क्लोज आ रहा था और मैं जीत नहीं पा रहा था। तो करके ये जीत से मुझे काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंस आया है कि आगे मेन टूर में भी काफ़ी अच्छी फील है। क्रिकेट मैं बचपन से देखता हूँ, हम खेलते भी थे छोटे होते। तो करके मुझे विराट कोहली क्रिकेट में बहुत पसंद है, क्योंकि जो उनकी फिटनेस, गेम, एटीट्यूड मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है। गगनजीत भुल्लर और जीव सर को अपना आइडल मानता हूँ, क्योंकि मैंने उनको काफ़ी देखा है खेलते हुए। तो करके मुझे बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं। मेरा खास दोस्त सोनू है, युवराज संधू का कैडी, और अजय बसोया।
It's a really interesting segment there, looking at Amrit Lal and his journey. Akshay now. Not quite certain what he's talking about. Maybe he's saying that the ball ricocheted off the tree.
Colorful clothes. As you were discussing yesterday, the floral theme seems to be in.
Yes, I'm yet to see a player sport the red and black of made famous by Tiger Woods. I'm surprised. Normally, you always see somebody wearing the red and black on the final day. It's supposed to be the color of power.
Maybe it's too intimidating at that stage.
Well, that's what you want to do if you're in the lead. And currently in the lead is Thanga Raja. We saw him make that putt on the par 3. That got a little bit under that one. Did Akshay? Now, see Honey there coming up on hole number 16, the par 5. Will need to get up and down to make birdie from here. Let's see how he does. Alright, he did take a big swipe at that. That's a good bunker shot, but a little too aggressive. Runs at about 12 feet by.
Better an uphill putt than a downhill, I guess, because
Yeah, that may be the case. As we have a look at Jairaj, who's I think for all intents and purposes here in 2. That is our assumption.
interesting. And Thangaraja now back in the lead. Has got a birdie on the 15th. Leads the field by at 18 under. It's ironic. We were discussing yesterday as to who will get to 20 under first. It looked yesterday like that the 20 under mark would be breached. But here, with just 3 holes left to play, such is the level of competition that we are still having the leader sit at 18 under. Thangaraja birdied the 15th. Shaurya Bhattacharya, who's played out of his skin today, and Manu Gandas tied second at 17. Shaurya unfortunately had 4 dropped shots in the middle of his 6 birdies, but he's playing at 2 under today and tied for the second place. Will a playoff take place? What's your take on it?
Well, I ain't no clairvoyant, but it's sure looks that way at this point in time. You got the par 5s. I think they will be the deciding factor. Jairaj now currently sitting at 8 under par with his long effort, and that should be good enough for a 2 putt from there.
Reading the line is half the battle won. Reading the line correctly is half the battle won.
Yeah, and there's so many new techniques that have come up in that domain. You see somebody using the aim point, and there are many aim point express, and then there are other methods as well, old school plumb bobbing and so on and so forth, which you don't see too much of, to be honest.
This is another thing that I wanted to ask you about. We were talking about fitness and equipment, but what about access to information? People have a lot more access to information today than they did 15 years ago.
Yeah, I think now it's no open secret. Like back in the day, I remember even to get our swing analysis done, we'd have to record it on the VHS tapes, and then you'd send it to your coach, and it was a very cumbersome sort of project. Now it's everything is there on your smartphone, and it's a lot easier. So I think that has also facilitated the rapid improvement in the standards of golf that we've seen. Nobody's in the dark. We're seeing Honey now after that shot from the bunker. That putt goes a begging. So that won't quite go the way that Honey would have planned. Now Jairaj. Now welcoming Mr. Swami to the commentary booth.
It's interesting to see how the round started off for the leader group with a sea of birdies. Then the birdies suddenly dried up. And now we're back to golfers birdieing. So the scoreline's improving. Welcome, Swami sir. Shaurya and I were just discussing that yesterday, around this time, we were talking about who's going to breach the 20 under mark. And here we are, a whole day later, nearly 18 holes later. No one's touched that as yet.
That's right. That's the vagaries of golf. And whole day we've seen, how these guys have actually been, kind of getting at each other. And now Thangaraja holds that narrow lead just when it matters. I mean, just a couple, 2 or 3 holes left. And I think that's going to make a lot of difference. There's Akshay.
Mr. Short one, avoidable at this stage.
The whole day Thangaraja didn't have a birdie, and then he gets that one on par 3 on the 15th, and it puts him in a one-shot lead ahead of Shaurya and Manu.
This reminds me of the phrase, less is more.
I don't know whether less is more, but it's actually very crucial when you get that birdie of that kind towards the closing stages. It's Chennai Open 2025 TNGF Cosmo golf course. And here is Thangaraja trying to make up for that miss in 2022 when Manu Gandas had pipped him. There you see Mukesh Kumar, Mithun Pereira. Mithun Pereira, of course, the short man, but with lovely shot game. And of course, his father used to come regularly to India to play at the Indian Open. There you see the scoreboard. Thangaraja 18 under with 3 holes to play. Shaurya and Manu Gandas also 3 to play. One shot behind Shaurya, one behind Thangaraja, Shaurya and Manu Gandas. Amardeep Malik 14 under with 2 holes to go. He's played very, very well today, except that the holes have run out. But nevertheless, a top 5 finish, if he makes it there, would be fantastic and great for the remainder of the season. And of course, a big morale booster. Yuvraj Singh, young Yuvraj Singh, Akshay Kumar, and Hani Basoya, all at 13 under. Yuvraj Singh, this one is not to be confused with the one who's leading the order of merit. This is younger Yuvraj Singh. Of course, even Yuvraj Sandhu is young. 13 under, 275. Fantastic right now, the clubhouse leader. and Akshay Sharma and Hani Basoya. Akshay Sharma was the halfway leader, 13 under through 16. Hani Basoya missing out a few putts there. Also, it's 13 under through 16. Manoj, Arjun Sharma, and Subhash Tamang occupying the tied 8th position at 12 under. It's been a very, very tight leaderboard right at the top there, with the first 4 people within 4 shots of each other. Of course, now Thangaraja right now opening a 1-shot lead. This is really a tight battle, and Thanga would be fancying with 2 par 5s coming up in the last 3 holes to keep that 1-shot lead. And of course, just as in a similar vein, Shaurya and Manu Gandas would like to make a move there. Interesting finish there. 2 par 5s, bookending a par 3 in between.
The tide could change,
Absolutely.
and all these golfers in the top 3 need to hold their nerve.
Akshay Sharma.
It's a beautiful tee shot. Certainly sinkable. Par for sure. Birdie, well, depends on his line reading abilities and luck. Hani Basoya coming from a golfing family, sir? Gastram's relative, isn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, the Basoyas, quite a few of them. There is nice there on the par 3 on the dance floor. All 3 players. That's a decent gallery out there.
On the dance floor reminds me of Scent of a Woman, and if they move like Al Pacino, there could be trouble for the leader group.
Don't worry. Thangaraja, the leader right now, just by the slenderest of margins. 1 shot. He's had 1 bogey and 1 birdie. That's all he's had to show for the day, and the other 13 holes have been steady pars. Right now framed by 2 trees on either side and a whole lot of spectators behind him.
That makes a great photograph.
It does, it does. This is a par 5. Thangaraja is summoning his caddy and checking out something. He knows these are the closing stages, decides to change his club now. He's going to use his viewfinder there. And all set now. This is a big shot. A birdie here would make his job easier. But then, if wishes were horses, then horses would fly.
That's a low shot, and it's found the fairway, or it hasn't. It's on the fringe.
It's just on the fringe. It was a difficult shot. He got it well. He had to hit it through that, forest of kinds.
Well, he's done well to get out of the woods, so to speak.
Absolutely. Shaurya Bhattacharya. He knows this is make or break for him. And there is Manu Gandas coming behind the mound. 3 players, 3 different routes.
Shaurya Bhattacharya has represented India in the Eisenhower Trophy in 2023 and the Nomura Cup in 2022. So he knows a bit about competitive golf.
He's also played the Asia Pacific, which is when I first met him as an amateur. Tell you a very, very stellar career he's had as an amateur. Coached by one of our co-commentators, though he is not here on duty this week, Rahul Bajaj, a former Asian Games medalist in the team championship, of course. But Rahul, of course, is these days focusing on coaching. Well, there is an eagle putt over there. It's actually a chip there. Hole out from here will take him from one behind to one ahead.
We're seeing a lot of golfers missing the greens and fairways in this closing stage of the Chennai Open. A lot more of the rough and trees coming into play, obstructions, so to speak. That
goes off the green into the slight rough there on the fringe, more than the fringe. So not now a birdie putt from there would be a little tough for him.
But we've seen stranger things in golf.
Oh yes, of course. Remember this week we've had a hole-in-one from Anant Ahlawat.
Tangaraja too has got a hole-in-one this season.
Indeed, yes.
The JP Greens, if I'm not mistaken, on the 14th, was it?
Your memory is better than mine. A fresher memory, a younger memory.
Well, I just read up about it yesterday.
Smart preparations, Ashwin. And there's our leader adjusting his cap, wiping the sweat off. Puts on his gloves and he says, okay, let's get back to work.
It's a far better executed shot. Less work to do, but those small putts, 4 foot or 3 foot putts, are far more daunting than the long ones. It's all about expectation, isn't it, sir? You're expected to drop those, so the pressure goes up.
Thanga. He's got a birdie putt there, but I would imagine that you'd be happy walking off with a par here. He needs to putt from here. Rather chipping. Doesn't take too much time, does he? Oh. Just a shade more than what he wanted. But still a makeable par putt. This is the flag by some distance, but nevertheless, he has got a par putt ahead of him, while Manu Gandas is going to come back from off the green to try and hole a birdie. Now this is a very crucial one for Manu. Right, he has to be satisfied with a par there. So now all that Tanga needs to do is to ensure that he gets a par putt to stay one ahead with two to go, a par 3 and a par 5.
It's getting tighter here. Tanga, of course, has the advantage of a one-shot lead. There will be pressure on the golfers chasing him, Shaurya and Manu, as they head into the final 2 holes of the tournament. But there will be equal amount of pressure on Tanga to hold on to that lead.
This is the time when experience, a calm demeanor comes into the picture. No one knows that better than Tanga, always smiling. I've rarely seen him actually lose his cool, a par putt here. He must have still smiling. He comes back to 17 under. So
Back
it's
to
a three-way lead again.
Pressure, pressure. That's what this game is all about. You have to hold your nerve when it matters most and deliver.
Shaurya. He's got a birdie putt there, so he's got a good chance now to go into lead.
A day of misses.
He knows that was a golden opportunity. That really was a golden opportunity. And it really just kind of skimmed past. A par is all that he gets, unfortunately. It was a very good putt, though. And now another knee knocker, my favorite phrase, par putt for Manu Gandas. He needs it to stay in the picture. Anything can happen in these last 2 holes after that. Look at that. Look at that. Stranger things have happened, as you rightly said. God, that was a putt missed from less than 3 feet.
So now we're back to a two-way lead. With
Yes,
Manu Gandas
two-way.
dropping
So
off.
it's Thangaraja and Shaurya at 17 under. Manu drops back ever so slightly to 16.
पढ़ता है खेलता है झूलता उछलता है दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया
What a great shot! But he looks tired. And that's a drinks break.
But what's the plus sign for? अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस। जब लगे थकान वाली प्यास, जरूरी है सेल लेवल हाइड्रेशन। इसके इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स आपके सेल्स को रिहाइड्रेट करें, एनर्जी लौटाएं, थकान वाली प्यास मिटाएं।
जब आपको भी लगे थकान वाली प्यास, अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस, थकान वाली प्यास के लिए।
Clearly, he will have to attack the pin. There's no playing it safe. It's a birdie or nothing for him here. And up goes the ball, soaring into the white sky and lands on the green, but not too close to the pin. I'm sorry, it has rolled over the green. If that's Manu's ball, it has rolled over the green.
That's the 18th, and he is happy. Amardeep tips his cap. Nice bird, nice finish there. Gets a spot in. Good round by Amardeep Malik today. Arjun Prasad there on the 18th now. A short 2-footer. Yes, in it goes. Marimuthu, Arjun Prasad, and Amardeep Gill finishing the Chennai Open. Good result for Amardeep Malik. Looks like a top 5 finish there for him. And there comes the lead group. Manu Gandas out there, pensive as usual. Never a man for too many words, doesn't speak too often, doesn't speak too much.
And while we're at it, welcoming back Shaurya Singh to take this tournament through to its finish, along with Mr. V. Krishnaswamy.
Thank you, Ashwin. So there it is. Two-way lead with 2 holes to go. They're on the 17th. Shaurya Bhattacharya and Thangaraja. Manu Gandas is just off the green in the fringe. A par won't do for him here. He needs something better. He needs to hole out from here.
Thank you for that, Ashwin. It's turning out to be a tournament to remember. They're making up for the lost years back here in this golf course after 3 years, and it's indeed soon turning out to be.
Thangaraja also off the green.
This is hole number 17, and Thanga leading alongside Shaurya Bhattacharya. The two of them pursuing the Chennai Open powered by CPL. Offering a prize fund of rupees 1 crore, this tournament is being played at the TNGF Cosmo golf course. On your screens is N. Thangaraja.
The man with the golden touch.
The king of gold.
Yes.
What an apt name for this man.
And he's got a winning smile, let me tell you. He is ever smiling, whether it's a birdie or a bogey.
It looks like a rather tricky shot from there.
It is. He's asking the spectators to move away.
Despite the battle going on at this point in time between the two of them, Manu Gandas, of course, having bogeyed the par 5, finds himself 1 shot behind. That's a good chip shot.
That's a good chip
really
shot.
Under control.
Should be able to save his par here.
He's got all the facets of the game working really well as Thanga at this point in time.
Oh, well, none of the 3 actually got to the green.
Well, this is a tricky hole. Placed about 187 yards, and you can see the lie that he's drawn. He's the grass is growing against him, and the blades of grass on crabgrass are very pronounced. It's a lot thicker, so the club tends to get stuck. So it's very difficult to get that smooth motion. So you have to ensure that you do not decelerate. Also, he's kept the ball a little far behind in his stance, so wanted to run that as opposed to fly it all the way. He's done really well as
He's done a good one.
Shaurya. Brilliant execution. So these players do spend a lot of time on their short game as well, not just the long
But
game.
still a bit of a tricky job to get that par. It is actually, Shaurya, if you look at it, it's a bit more than what he should have got. But then, yes, these are guys playing for big money. After 70 holes, it's just down to the last two. And all three of them have a chance.
And we've gotten an update. Amardeep Malik making the most of it. Finishing in style. Birdie, par, eagle. So he's at 16 under par.
That's why that right at the end, that fist bump and tipping his cap with a big $1 million smile, literally. So that was a fantastic eagle. It was actually he's holding some very good putts today.
Yes, he's you never know. As of now, he's the clubhouse leader at 16 under par. Amardeep
Just
Malik.
one behind. Imagine. It is so
Tournament
close.
That is turning out to be one for the ages, and we definitely are enjoying it. I hope our viewers have as well.
Anything can happen.
Manu now. Very important putt for him. This guy seems to have misread that one, so
A par at best.
he would remain at 16 under. But the good thing is he does have that par 5. And,
Yes.
he's a strong player. You saw that this definitely seems to be a case of a misread.
There's been a few eagles on that 18th today. Amardeep Malik, Yuvraj Singh, Rohan Dhol Patil. Down the line, Vinay Kumar Yadav. And of course, Harsh Gangwar. So quite a few eagles out there. So I'm sure the leaders would fancy.
Now this putt would break a little from his left if Manu's putt is something to go by. But doesn't quite look that way as you see it. Actually looks like it might break from the right, but let's find out which way the ball actually breaks here. If Manu's putt has any bearing on this line, it is in fact breaking from the left.
Oh
and
my
it is,
God, lipped out.
And that has been a very pronounced break on that. I wouldn't have
That
imagined,
is heartbreaking, isn't it?
so look at
That is heartbreaking.
He never thought that that's going to miss. It was.
It actually didn't look like it was missing. It was going, it was all the way in. And then the ball had a mind of its own.
So now Thanga Raja would be leading this tournament over Shaurya Bhattacharya, Amardeep Malik, and Manu Kandas.
But he needs that putt to fall, the par putt to fall. Never has a putt been more important. Two important putts missed by Manu Kandas and Shaurya. And here's an important putt for Thanga.
I think he should be able to
He
make
needs
this putt.
it. He needs it.
He's had the benefit of seeing Shaurya's putt, so I don't see him missing this one.
My God, there it is. Ice cool, ice in his veins. What was that phrase that you had?
Ice in his veins, sir.
That is right, Shaurya. Awesome. So there is Thangaraja back in the lead. One hole to go, a par 5, and Thangaraja is on the top all over again.
So don't go anywhere. Please stay glued to your
Stay
seats.
there. One hole. My God, they played for 4 days, and it's down to one hole now.
Yes, and that's
And
why
there is 4 people all with a chance.
we.
Well, actually, yes, 4 people indeed.
Yeah, it could go either ways here. There could be a birdie, or there could be an eagle, maybe a drop shot. You're not quite certain, but we would definitely say that we'd implore everyone to stay glued to your devices, whether you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, live television, or any one of the affiliated networks, or indeed on ABP network. Then
And
you're
well,
at the-
look at this.
you're at
Amardeep Malik, because he's already finished. He's right now in tied second. And he's got the pride of place among those at tied second.
It'll be interesting to note where Amar is in the order of merit as well, because you know that he would like to finish there high up. He's at 20 lakhs, so this would help him to move.
Yeah, he'd move a fair bit.
This would move him to the top 20 certainly, somewhere near the 15th position. So this finish will come in handy for Amardeep Malik.
So there it is. Thangaraja holding a one-shot lead
So the
going
stage is
into
set.
the 18th.
The main protagonist is N. Thangaraja, but the others
He has
are
the
not.
honor.
The others are not that far. Amardeep Malik, Manugandas, Shaurya Bhattacharya. This is one of the most important drives that Thanga would hit. It'll be important to note that he would still stay in his routine and not take too much time. That's where mistakes can happen if you overthink, but definitely not one to overthink. He's one who likes to execute as fast as possible. Look at that. Maybe all of 10 seconds, but looks like he's heaved that to the right. At least that's what I could decipher from the body language. Oh no. That is definitely not what the doctor ordered. Not that the trio of Amardeep, Manu, and Shaurya would be complaining, but that is really out of character for N.
Yes, I
Thangaraja.
mean, this was
You know, the pressure. This is the pressure that can do these things to
absolutely
you.
would have expected him to go in for a bit more safer shot.
Especially given the fact that he hits a left to right fade. And fade drivers are definitely a lot more in control than draw drivers and better under pressure. So surprising for that not to have. Hope he can get a shot there, because I'm certain that one of these two is definitely going to make birdie. At least. Might even be an eagle. Oh, look at that. That is a recoil and then some. He's really lashed at that, has Manu. Given that all.
That's very much in the fairway
The
there.
hand has been raised, so that means the ball is fine.
Big one there for Shaurya now.
Yeah, aligning on the right hand side, so this should be a fade, but technically that he's lying on the right hand side, so maybe going for a fade, which seems like the more prudent approach here on the 18th hole. Really in control of that swing, athletic. Really good
He
lines
is
on that
there in the fairway.
swing. Well, that's an absolute
that
belter
is
by
a beauty.
Shaurya. Yeah.
That is a beauty.
Yeah, he's really unloaded on that one. And now Thangaraja is in a spot of bother. And there you see the patrons, the members. This is what it is. The love of the game.
And David.
I'm sorry, sir. My mistake.
पर हम भी जिद्दी है
पढ़ता है खेलता है झूलता उछलता है दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया
back here on this golf course after a brief hiatus of 3 years. This is the 17th tournament on the Professional Golf Tour of India calendar. Look at some of the moments of the day. It has been a wonderful week thus far. The golf course has really held up well. I must say, a big word of appreciation from the entire management, the greenskeeping staff and everybody else who, despite the inclement weather, were able to give the players such a beautiful canvas where they could showcase their skills. And these are the precious moments of the day. Look back, I think that it drove there. Everybody's taking a dead aim. And the leader, of course, is N. Thangaraja, who finds himself in a little spot of bother at this point in time. He's closely pursued by Amardeep Malik, who's made a stupendous finish, an eagle on 18 and a birdie on 16. Manu Gandas also one shot adrift, who has unleashed an absolute monster on 18, and so has Shaurya. Two good drives. And now Thanga is not quite in view. So, of course, he's finds himself encumbered there. Really have to.
He needs a very, very good shot.
He'll have to
there.
pull out the proverbial rabbit out of the hat here on 18.
Absolutely.
This is why golf is such an exciting game. It's not quite over till it's over. We thought that he had it.
He's decided to take the more judicious route, getting back to the fairway first.
And now this means that they're all on even. All of them are equal now because Thanga has played two, and in fact he's had to chip out perpendicularly sideward. So he finds himself a lot further from the green as opposed to his playing partner. So
and now he needs a brilliant third shot, not a good one. He needs a brilliant one.
I would say that currently the ball is in Shaurya's court.
Exactly.
I think because he's really belted.
He's probably the best placed. Yes.
Yeah, he's belted a monstrous drive. And
he could give himself an eagle chance from here.
Yeah, so this hole it plays to about 480 yards, and the flag was also showing that the wind is from the back of the play. So the hole is playing short. As you can imagine, these drives would have gone about 315, maybe even 320 with the wind. So nothing more than at most an 8-iron for Shaurya from there.
Yes, indeed.
And but for Thanga and his lie is, as you can see, the fairway is rolling. It's a downhill fairway all towards the green. So this is a downhill lie, maybe all of 200 yards for Thanga. So he would still be going maybe with a 6-iron here. And the pin position, the way it's perched, is on a little bit of the higher point, and it sort of goes away from there, a little bit of trough beyond it. So we'll have to pitch it maybe about at least 15 to 16 feet short. If you're too aggressive, it can go over the green. So
there it goes.
The easiest shot. Let's see how he does.
Doesn't make you wait, does he?
Yeah, sight for sore eyes, a quick player. I'll tell you that much. That's a really good shot by Thanga.
A very good shot there, but is that enough?
Made amends for that previous shot.
But is that enough?
Left himself about 30 feet for birdie. Good shot. He was a little conservative on that. Gave that flag a lot of respect. Right at the back left. Not much room behind the flag, but I have a feeling this is going to be really close. So this is maybe an 8-iron for him, and sets up really well. Manu there. It's Manu shot first, coming from the rough. Also a good angle because he sees a lot more of the green.
Yeah, he's got the full green in front of him.
The only thing now that is a question that is to be asked is what kind of a lie that Manu has drawn. And so that was the only little bit of seed of doubt that we have, because if he has indeed drawn a jumper, then it would be very difficult to control the roll on this ball, especially coming out of the rough playing with the wind at your back, it's going to be difficult to get it really close from there. Needs to pitch it in the first half of the green and let that release up. Let's see how he does now. That customary pause at the top of the swing, a little Hideki Matsuyama esque, and as I had stated, but here's a brilliant shot. But you saw it,
He
just about
maybe.
skirted the flag. So from there,
Then it just sped away.
this was expected.
I think he probably clubbed it a bit much.
No, the thing is, when you're coming out with a jumper, it's very difficult to get the right club because if he
Sure.
pitches it short, it's going to just stay short of the green. So I thought that was a really
So
good
still
shot.
everything in favor of Shaurya right now.
That was a brilliant shot by Manu Gandas just over the green. Now let's see. Seems like a grandstand finish. And if there was ever a time to produce a brilliant shot, this would be it, young man. It's not his best effort, I'll tell you that
Just
much.
off the green, but he
Just
still
off the green.
but he still holds the cards.
Should be able to make birdie from there. And Thanga, I mean, if you go by laws of average, he will two putt for par. And Manu Gandas also seeing his penchant for making up and down as and his how industrious he is with his lob wedge and sandwich around the greens. I think he should be able to get up and down. So it looks like we're in for a three-way playoff.
Thanga would be happy with the par. He has nothing better than that right now. Of course, a 30-footer, it's not inconceivable. But Shaurya and Manu Gandas, one shot behind, in with a chance. Shaurya's got a two-putt from there, and Manu has also needs to get down in two. But he's off the green. Shaurya just on the fringe.
Yeah, I think I would have expected Shaurya's shot to be a little closer.
Yes,
Flared it a
I
little
think
bit,
he probably. I think he did. He flared it, put it up. I think he was trying to be a bit conservative in making sure that he was on the green rather than coming anywhere closer. So he.
Yeah, that's understandable, especially
Yes,
after
yes.
seeing Manu, who hit such a good shot, obviously coming out of the rough, and then unable to stop it on the
So the
putting
first
surface.
from here, I think Manu will play first.
At this point in time, they're all equal. So even after 71 holes,
71 and a half.
71 and a half, nothing could quite separate them. And now you see them because Thanga is 3 on, the other two are 2. So if you look at squarely based on proximity, then the ball is in Thanga's court.
Yes, he
Because
has the best chance of
they're
getting
all
it in two.
equal. So it's a split.
He has the best chance of getting it in two. Imagine a whole bunch of people actually picking eagles here, including that man there at the near the picket, Rohan Dhol Patil. He says, "Hey, come on, man! I got an eagle."
It's a difficult. Only the one thing that I would worry about for this chip, as far as Manu is concerned, is the elevation change. You see, the flag is about 4 feet above where he stands, and he doesn't have much green to work with. We'll need to get under this ball, and crabgrass is not really amenable to a soft shot. Very difficult to do it each and every time. Of course, he has done it, but maybe I'm playing devil's advocate. This would really require all his short game prowess in order for this to end up within 5 feet. Very difficult shot indeed. You see, it's growing against him as well.
Stress.
Anytime you go run it over the green here, the green is growing into you. So it makes it a lot more difficult to hit a shorter shot. You can still roll it up, but that is an option that he can't quite exercise.
That's a lot of inside shot here.
Yeah, he can't quite roll it up because there's no space. So he has to pitch it on. I would give this, as far as degree of difficulty is concerned, it's right up there. I'd say that anything within 5 feet is stellar. Given
He has to earn his money.
anything within 5 feet is really good, given the magnitude of the situation and the shot that he faces. Just has to ensure he accelerates. Look at that. So he's having a lot to think about because it's such a complicated shot given the situation and.
Do you think his caddy wants to say something? Okay, keep.
His caddy is giving him advice. Also, because the lie that he's drawn, it's not, and he can't quite roll it up either. So just has to take it on the chin and execute. Unfortunately, so as I stated, this it's not another thing that
My
happened.
God, that was the last thing he needed.
He got out of character because the shot was very difficult. There's no green to work with, so in having to go for birdie, he had to ensure that he gets to at least 10, 12 feet. So that was one mistake here that I've seen him. A glaring mistake, given that
It was a big one. It was a big one at the most crucial
given the
stage.
fact that he's such a good, experienced player. He knew that it was against grain, but it's easier said than done. You can't hit a low shot because that would have the same result. So it is, to be honest with all our viewers, the degree of difficulty on that shot is really high.
So Thanga missed his tee shot. Manu has messed up his third shot, and here is Shaurya making his third shot.
That seems like it is a putting contest between himself and Thanga, but I wouldn't put it beyond Manu to hold that shot. He's now on an even level with the green. Hopefully, he's drawn a decent lie. Let's see what Shaurya can do here now. Maybe all of 35 feet would break a little from his left right at the end.
It's slowing down very well.
Slowing down a little bit too early, and flag is still not in sight. So we'll just wait and find out how
He's
far
left
he is.
himself a lot of work to do. If he holds this birdie from here, that would be something.
Yeah, you can
So
see
do you think Thanga's walking away with it?
a lot can be gauged by the way
Thanga's got a brisk walk right now.
Yeah, from Thanga's gate, that
And these
he's
shoulders
dodged,
are-
it looks like he's dodged a bullet there, because both Shaurya and Manu especially, that doesn't look like he'll make a birdie unless he holds that, and Shaurya also looks like he has his work cut out. So the golfing gods maybe
Still with Thanga.
maybe are signaling to Thanga that, dear Thanga, we are giving you another opportunity, but it's not done yet. He has to two putt. There's no other way.
He has to
and
two
then
putt to stay
expect
there.
that, the others don't hold it.
No heroics.
But he's gotten a good read from Shaurya as far as the speed is concerned. And he's done no favor.
He's not out of the
either.
jail. He's not out of the jail.
Mr. Swami, this is what I call nerves. You even the best feel it, and this is why they play golf. You want to play golf that it means
So
something.
the pendulum keeps swinging.
Yeah, you want to play golf where it actually means something. This is what they practice for, and believe you me, they're really enjoying this. The players, of course, it's a little nerve-wracking for us while we sit and watch here. And
Can you imagine?
I have a
There
feeling
could be a playoff with Amardeep in it.
yeah, there could be. I feel that this is a chip shot which is very makeable, because now it's clear for Manu. The target is clear. He's at 16 under par. He can't expect both Shaurya and Thanga to miss. So he will not be playing just for par here. He's going to be aggressive.
He has to get it.
So, I want him to hit this shot with a clear mind. An aggressive shot where you're trying to hold this, because if he can hold this tournament is his. Yeah, he's looking very assertive on this one. A lot more confident, clearer in his execution. Let's see if it's a good one. That is a good shot by him. Okay, so that would be a par. It's not easy in the crabgrass to hit these chip shots.
He's just thinking whether to mark it or to hold it out.
Yeah, he was
I think he's going to hold it
looking
out.
like he was going to hold it out with the lob wedge, but better sense prevailed. It's good. I can imagine he must be a little hot under the collar, but he's he's done a lot to be proud this week. Manu
So
Gandas.
there is Manu Gandas finishing at 16 under, and Shaurya in for a birdie putt. So that means if Shaurya is going in,
What kind of distance does he
Thanga
have?
is inside.
We're trying to gauge what is the length of putt for Shaurya. Thanga has good about 6.5, 7 feet. Shaurya is looking at about 8
Probably
feet.
in
But
a foot or so longer than
But
Thanga.
of the two of them, I would say Shaurya's putt is a little easier because he's seen Thanga's ball travel over the exact same line.
Yep. Indeed, yes.
So that kills a lot of doubt. So he can be very assertive. It's almost like a game of chess at this point in time. Who is going to be castled is the
He
question.
gets this putt in. It's almost like a putt to win.
Yeah, if he makes this, Thanga's going to feel a case of nerves.
Yes,
I'll
it's
tell
a
you
putt
that
to win.
much. What I like is that the players have kept to their routine. They're not taking too much time or thinking too much.
So here it goes. Down to this.
That is this.
His expression says it all. My God, that many a step between the cup and the lip. That's why they made this face.
Yes, aptly said.
Oh my God. He is not going to forgive himself.
I mean, unless Thanga does him a favor and misses a putt, but that's just the way you win some or you lose some. I think he hit a good putt. Unfortunately, trailed off. Now let's see if he gets another bite of the cherry.
This was as close as it gets. He's had a couple of lip
Now,
outs
Thanga,
today.
as all things considered, Thanga has rarely gotten, he's gotten away from.
He's not dodged one, but many bullets.
He's definitely gotten quite a few reprieves here, and he's a get out of jail free card 2 times on this hole. Once off the tee, and then obviously his playing partners not making birdie. I look for him to seize this moment.
Oh my God, he does it! The man with the golden touch, Thangaraja, escapes, runs out of the jail. What a fantastic finish there. My
Ladies and gentlemen,
God.
you have your champion, the king of gold, the king of Sri Lanka, N. Thangaraja, with round of 69, 66, 63.
That was just about the most important putt that he's sunk in recent times, and now a multiple winner this
One
season.
over today, but he is the champion. He held his nerve. He delivered when it mattered most. And I must say,
he gave his rivals both a chance.
the golfing gods are with Thangaraja, and that's why he walks away as a proud champion here at the TNGF Cosmo Golf Course. He's our champion golfer for the Chennai Open, powered by CPCL. There was a lot of intrigue.
Absolutely
all throughout
sensational
the day. There
finish.
was doubt, but I'm certain that N. Thangaraja never had a doubt. It was clear as day that he was going to emerge champion in his mind. And valiant effort to our pursuers. Amardeep Malik. Fantastic effort by this man from Noida. 16 under par. And 6 under par today. Then Manu Gandas and Shaurya Bhattacharya.
So there is the leaderboard. N. Thangaraja 17 under 271. Amardeep Malik, Shaurya Bhattacharya, and Manu Gandas gave everything out there, but just fell one shot short.
So when we say that you watch the Professional Golf Tour of India, we mean it. It's not just sport, it's absolute theatre. There's a lot of intrigue, there's a twist in the tail, and eventually there emerges a champion. It was an absolute cauldron. N. Thangaraja was running the gauntlet on 18. He missed the fairway, but he never missed a beat.
That's right. Wonderful. Absolutely fantastic, Shaurya. What a turn of phrase. Lovely there. Thangaraja kept his cool, smiled his way through, while the others shed a tear or two. And what a wonderful finish it was. Shaurya would be thinking about it for a few days. Manu Gandas, always reliable and quite good at these stages, did actually come close. Amardeep Malik really made it close with that fantastic finish. An eagle right on the 72nd hole. So I think it had every bit of theatre there.
I do feel for Manu, though. His shot reminded me a little bit of Tom Watson's in the Open. Similar sort of shot that just rolled over the green. Just from big shot that's shot of the green. Unfortunate for him. I thought he was brilliant as we look at the highlights of the day. And also Shaurya. I thought he managed himself and carried
Let's
himself.
bring Ashwin in at this time. Huh?
Yes.
I'm sure. Ashwin,
please do also give us a few words about this stellar finish.
Stellar finish.
And, what I must say, with regards to Shaurya. He carried himself so well and even keeled throughout the round. And it's the honor in which, by which, the way they carried themselves, and that makes the champion's victory a lot much sweeter. It's always a worthy thing to have an opponent who pushes you. And N. Thangaraja was lucky that he had pursuers like Amardeep Malik, Manu Gandas, Shaurya Bhattacharya, Hani Besoya, and many more who pushed him to the hilt and forced him to produce and dig down and emerge as the champion golfer.
I think this is tremendous, a great advertisement for Indian golf and for the sport of golf in this part of the world per se. The level of competitiveness, the quality of golf on display was outstanding, and each of these golfers showcased out some of their best skill sets today. The fact that 3 people ended their rounds in eagles goes to show the quality of attacking golf on display. Great news for PGTI, great news for Indian golf, and heartiest congratulations to N. Thangaraja for being able to achieve what he missed out on achieving 3 years ago.
Remember, especially Chennai and for this golf course as well. Beautiful event and has been a stellar success. It's been a momentous week all throughout for the Professional Golf Tour of India, and capped by this victory. Shows you that the internationals, as we have a look at on this slide, the internationals have delivered. Thangaraja from Sri Lanka, Jamal Hussain, Bangladesh, Subhash Tamang. We also had a lot of golfers from overseas as well, Italian golfers, some missing the cut, golfers from the United States of America, and many more. And this has been a perfect advertisement for Indian golf. Right up till the end, no certainty who's going to win. And the best way is how the players have comported themselves. They've managed the heat of battle and maintained their dignity and played with fierce determination.
Some of the highlights of today's play. We've had 4 days of outstanding golf, top-notch golf. City of Chennai, which is a sport-loving city. And now the tour moves on to Hyderabad, another sport-loving city. Yuvraj Singh Sandhu continues atop the order of merit with astounding earnings of over 85 lakhs, 88 lakhs if I'm not mistaken, in his 11 outings this season thus far. That goes to show that potentially, if you play well, the PGTI circuit offers you the opportunity to earn in excess of 1 crore every year, which is great news for anyone who wants to take up the sport professionally. A great sport. And here I have a professional golfer sitting next to me. Shaurya Singh can tell you the joys of playing golf professionally.
Okay, I think it's an enviable profession, especially if you get it right. Unfortunately, there's only one victor at the end. But it would be fair to say that there were many champions. The golf was the winner. The golf was the way that it held up. Given the fact that we've had so much rain in the last decade, and even in the morning, being an ideal setting. And then, of course, the quality of golf on display and the support by the new partners and sponsors ensured that we have a week to remember.
So N. Thangaraja is now the new champion. Manu Gandas was the defending champion, and Thangaraja pulled the carpet from under his feet. Manu Gandas will rue that tuft chip. What do you call that?
I would not. From the looks of it, it looked like an underhit chip, but it was just a very difficult shot. I think he executed it. It's just a touch and go sort of. It was almost a roll of the dice, that chip, as far as it's concerned. It's unlucky for it to have nestled where it did, but I think all things considered, he did well. And This was a drive. It could have gone either way. This was the moment of the day that I think the golfing gods were definitely benevolent and Thanga Raja.
Especially after he pulled his drive to the right.
Yeah, and now look at this shot. This was such a stellar shot by Manikandas, pitching it right here, just about caressing the flag and going over. So it was not, the result was a lot worse than how the shot was. It was a good shot, got a hard bounce. It has just somehow how the golfing gods operate. Because he was chipping into the green, this was almost, dare I say, a foregone conclusion when he drew that line.
So that brings the curtain down on the Chennai Open, the 2025 edition of the tournament, the TNGF Cosmo golf course, which has witnessed some of the greatest golfers in India.
Yeah, we'll take you through the highlights. Then, of course, we'll have the prize ceremony. Let's also look at where the tour heads to next. What do these players have coming up? So that youngster Victoria will be buoyed by his performance. There's so many more. He's just 22 and makes you think of what all grandeurs await him in this career that he will stitch together. It's a beautiful game, and for the youngsters of today, they're going to be the stars of tomorrow, and they're going to hold that flag high and proud, and the torch is passed to them. And the week after this, they will be heading to play the Golconda Masters 2025 at the Hyderabad Golf Association, then to Coimbatore Open. Then they move off to Bengaluru. Those 4 events, each offering a prize fund of 1 crore. I think by the end of that tournament, I'm certain that you'd see a little bit of chop and change on the order of merit. Then, of course, is the much wanted DP World India Championship at the New Delhi Golf, at the Delhi Golf Club. My apologies, at New Delhi. Will be a star-studded event like none in the history of Indian golf. You'll have Rory McIlroy, Tommy Fleetwood, Shane Lowry, and so many others. Shubhankar Sharma, the pride of India, teeing off there. And then the tour moves off to Pune Club after that event, end of October for 1 crore event, the Pune Club Open. Then you head on over to Chandigarh for the Trident Open and the Indian Oil Servo Masters, which has been a mainstay so long, so many years. It's been a venue that the players really love going to, and the hospitality that has been showcased by Indian Oil each and every time is also heartening. Then in December, when it gets a little chilly, that's when you have the business end of things. You'll have the Jaipur Open at Rambagh Golf Course for 1 crore. Then you'll have the Vishwasamudra Open 2025 at Delhi Golf Club, a 2 crore event. And then the Sidco Open at Kharghar Valley Golf Course in Mumbai, another 1 crore event. And then the final event, the Tata Open 2025. So a lot of events, a lot of money, a lot of world ranking points. You'll have quite a few fairy tale finishes, the customary heartbreak or two. Such is the way that sport is. But of course, at the end, what you'll have is that man's pursuit to better himself.
As they say, there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and it's never over till the fat lady sings. So it's
Absolutely. And I think she sang a really nice note for Thanga and as well for Amardeep Malik, who came back from that bogey on 15 and unleashed a birdie and then an eagle. He would move into joint second, and that would be quite a sizable check for him as well. Some of the other scores today, we had 6 under also by Yuvraj Singh and Manoj S. Arjun Sharma with a valiant 4 under par today. Then he had Gaurav Pratap Singh, the firebrand golfer, alongside Sanjeev Kumar also shooting a 5 under par. And Aditya Bhandarkar, 4 under par, the golfer from Pune. Nice to see him playing so well. He's one of my contemporaries, so of course, when you see something like that, you feel nice. Gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling that yes, there is still a lot of golf to be played. And then you also had 1 under by Dipankar Kaushal. You happen to play a lot of golf alongside D, as he is called by one and all. Very jovial character, hits the ball a country mile, and also experiments a lot with the game of golf. Has a new club in the bag every week, does Dipankar. He's always looking for the elixir. He's looking for that magic potion, but has he found it? 2 under par rounds on the 3rd and 4th day, maybe he has. So good on him. Then you have lower down, you have Shankar Das, former number 1. He shot a 1 under yesterday and a 2 over today. So it's, of course, and Mukesh Kumar. Now, he is at 4 over par. I believe he's 59 or 60 years young. It befuddles me to look at that, but this is what is possible with perseverance and talent and love of the game of golf. And of course, on your screens, you have the top 10 scores. Some of the other players: Anshul Patel, Tapindra Ghai, Tappy, 1 under for the tournament. Not having the kind of weekend that he would have hoped, especially today with 5 over par. You also had Chandrajit Yadav at 1 under total. Chika Rangappa, he was what a brilliant player, Chika Rangappa. Now getting back to form once again. That's the way the game is, that sometimes it can elude you, but stellar player, has plays a lot of his golf internationally. It's good to see him trending in the right direction. Kalin Joshi from Bengaluru, 5 under par total. Long hitting, prodigious, and a very gentle, well-mannered, well-spoken gentleman. Kalin Joshi. Anshul Kabatial, 5 under total. Badal Hussain from Bangladesh, finishing 17th. Manjot Singh, 6 under par. Abhinav Lohan, silver medalist, stellar amateur career at the Asian Games. Still has a lot of golf in him and plays really well. Consistent golfer. And 6 under par for Abhinav Lohan. Dhruv Sharon, the swashbuckling Dhruv Sharon at 7 under par. And Mari Muthu, we did indeed see a lot of Mari Muthu, who unfortunately has played 1 over par today, so not able to capitalize on that prodigious power. He would finish in 15th position. And you have the 3 of Rohan Dhole Patil, Arjun Prasad, Jairaj Sandhu, tied at 10 under par. Jamal Hussain, Mr. Consistency, shooting a red number on the final day and tying for 10th position alongside Nepal's Subhash Tamang. 8th position, you have Arjun Sharma, Manoj S., Akshay Sharma, Yuvraj Singh in 6th position, Hani Desoya 5th. Tied second, Amardeep Malik, Manu Gandhar, Shoaib Bhattacharya, and of course the champion golfer, the man to whom this week belongs, is N. Thangaraja from Sri Lanka, with rounds of 69, 66, 63, 73. He would become the champion golfer. And let's also have a look at the order of merit and where does he currently sit. Currently, Thangaraja sits in 12th position, so he would catapult all the way to 57 lakh, and that should be good enough for him to be somewhere in the top 5. So please do stay with us while we bring to you the prize ceremony shortly.
You to the prize presentation ceremony of the Chennai Open 2025, powered by CPCL. The tournament witnessed some outstanding performances this week from the likes of Akshay Sharma, Anand Singh Alawat, Shaurya Bhattacharya, Manu Gandas, N. Thangaraja, and Amardeep Malik, to name a few. At the end, we had the most deserving champion. Now, to begin proceedings, I'd like to invite here on stage Mr. Amandeep Johal, CEO, PGTI, Mr. R.K. Jhawar, Honorary Secretary, TNGF, Mr. V. Srikanth, Vice President, TNGF, and Mr. H. Shankar, Managing Director, CPCL. I would now request my colleague Shraddha to kindly present a bouquet each to Mr. Jhawar, Mr. Srikanth, and Mr. Shankar. Thank you, Shraddha. Now, to start off, I'd request Mr. Amandeep Johal, CEO PGTI, to kindly make the opening address.
Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, TNGF. It's always a pleasure for PGTI to come back to TNGF. Very warm hospitality, great food, and the coffee is fantastic. My friend Ravi, thank you so much for your hospitality. You've been a great host. I want to make a special mention. This is the first time we've got CPCL on board. A big round of applause for CPCL. Thank you very much. Mr. Shankar plays golf regularly here at the TNGF. And when I met the chairman, Mr. Sani, along with my president, Mr. Kapil Dev, he said, you know, in Chennai, we've got CPCL, and they would love to be a part of the PGTI. And so here we are, Chennai Open, powered by CPCL. Thank you very much. The TNGF, thank you. Mr. Srikanth, Mr. Jhawar, Honorary Secretary. I would like to mention a huge support by the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. He has been a huge driving force. Mr. Kapil Dev came and met him, and he promised all of the support for golf in Tamil Nadu. He is a great supporter of sport in Tamil Nadu, and he said, I will support golf in the biggest manner as required and to PGTI. So this year we have 3 tournaments, unprecedented 3 tournaments in the state of Tamil Nadu, and that is the first. Mr. Kapil Dev and the DCM were supposed to be here today at the prize presentation, but unfortunately they couldn't make it. But we are still thankful to both of them to bring this huge tournament back to Chennai, and we look forward to continuing this tournament in many, many years to come. I want to thank all my sponsors, Rolex, IndusInd Bank, Choice, Amrutanjan, Kempa, for supporting the tour, and without which this tournament wouldn't have been possible. We want to look forward to coming back to Chennai again and again. Thank you very much. And finally, I would like to thank all the staff, the greenkeeping staff, the clubhouse staff. You have been a great support, especially Ravi and his entire team. Thank you very much. You can make out from the applause that my professionals have had a great time. The food has always been great. Thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you again next year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'd now like to request Mr. H. Shankar, Managing Director, CPCL, to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you very much. My apologies for being late here because we had a parliamentary committee meeting and all of us had to personally be there in front of the honorable MPs. So sorry for the delay. That apart, I think we are really fortunate to be hosting this as a powered by partner with PGTI, and a wonderful opportunity given by our chairman, Mr. A.S. Sani, and we lapped it up. The moment it came to us, we lapped it up. CPCL has been really in the forefront of sports for many, many years. We have been sponsoring the Chennai Open lawn tennis tournament many years ago. So this year we are planning to again rededicate ourselves in this arena of sports, and we are going through our Diamond Jubilee year now. So this is the right time for us to really engage with all stakeholders in Chennai. So this is one part of the program that we have sponsored. We are also come up with a sports promotion program within CPCL. We have just come up with a sports promotion for the upcoming sports stars. For 20 sportsmen, we have lined up one program wherein we will take them as scholarship players with CPCL. So we'll have 20 players. This year, unfortunately, we do not have golf, but we really look forward to that because golf is a sport which is coming up very well in Chennai. And personally, I have been associated with this golf course for last 4 years. And I know each and every nook and corner of this because I have hit the balls all over the place. So I know all the places in this area. So when 2 months back, when we were discussing about this event, the only thing that worried me was that the hole number 4 was still under preparation. So the staff at TNGF did a wonderful job and got it ready. So that was one area which was bothering me. I was speaking to Mr. Joel also about this, but really wonderful. And the golf, the fairways are wonderful here. It's a pleasure to come early in the morning and watch the sunrise and play the course here. So I'm a morning player, so I really enjoy this settings too much. And I really wish my other CPCL colleagues will also take up this sport and we start representing as a team in the coming years. So finally, the first day when it kicked off, Mr. Prabhash Thakur was asking me what would be the score that you have in mind. I said minus 18. So I said minus 18, and it's minus 17 today. So I'm really my prediction came true out that, and I also predicted that there will be definitely a hole in one at number 4. So that also has come up. So my learning of this course, sir, has been good. 4 years I really spent time. So my prediction is good. I'm really happy about that. But I also wish to see something like minus 28, which we saw in Clover Green. I also wish to see a playoff, 5-time playoff that we saw in Clover Green. Maybe that had come here, it would have added much more, enthusiasm and much more climax to this whole event. So anyway, it's a clear winner, and I'm really thankful to PGTI, to TNGF that we got this opportunity to be part and parcel of the golfing story of India. And we wish more youngsters, and we really shine at very, very high levels in the European and US tour also. So this is my sincere wish to all of you. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for all your support and encouragement. Moving on, we have a plaque presentation ceremony. I would request Mr. Amandeep Johal to kindly do the honors. Unfortunately, 2 of the dignitaries we were expecting today couldn't join us today. Shri Udaynidhi Stalin, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, couldn't join us here today. He's been a big support, and I'd request Mr. Amandeep Johal to kindly present the plaque on behalf of PGTI in the name of the Deputy Chief Minister, and I would request Mr. V. Srikanth to kindly accept it on his behalf. I would again request Mr. Amandeep Johal to present the next plaque, which is for Dr. Atulya Misra, IAS Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Tamil Nadu. Unfortunately, again, he couldn't join us, so would again request Mr. Yadav. Okay, would request Mr. Srikanth to kindly accept it. I would now request Mr. Amandeep Johal to kindly present a plaque to Mr. H. Shankar, MD CPCL, on behalf of PGTI. the CPCL team receiving it on behalf of PGTI. There's another plaque to be presented, and I would request Mr. Amandeep Joel to kindly do the honors by presenting it to Mr. V. Srikanth, Vice President, TNGF, for all the support extended to us by the golf course, and Mr. R. K. Jawar. We now have the hole-in-one announcement, and there was a hole-in-one by Anand Singh Elawat on the 4th hole in round 2 this week. A big hand for him. I would request Mr. Amandeep Joel to kindly present a check on behalf of PGTI to Anand Singh Elawat. Yes, jointly to be presented by everyone. He takes away a check worth rupees 1 lakh for his effort. It's now time to announce the joint runners-up. There were 3 of them today, finishing with matching totals of 16 under 272. I'd request Mr. V. Srikanth to kindly do the honors by presenting the prizes to the joint runners-up, Amardeep Malik, Manu Gandas, and Shaurya Bhattacharya. Manu Gandas and Shaurya Bhattacharya. Amardeep Malik with a great regard action today, coming into the picture right at the end. 3 of them finishing joint runners-up. 16 under 272 total. Finally, time to announce our champion. I'm sure there's going to be a big roar for our champion here. He's waited a long time to win here. He's been a runner-up here before. It's his 6th win overall, 6th pro win, and 2nd of the season. N. Thangaraja with scores of 69, 66, 63, and 73. I request Mr. H. Shankar to kindly present the trophy to N. Thangaraja. He totaled 17 under 271. Scores of 69, 66, 63, and 73. His 2nd win this season and his 6th overall, and he takes away, and he's being presented a check of prize money rupees 15 lakh. It's now time for the winner's speech, so I'd request Thanga to kindly say a few words.
Okay, thank you so much, and PGTI staff, then Tamil Nadu tourism. TNGF golf course is very nice golf course. Finally, I am won. 3 years before I am lost, I am coming 2nd. I am so happy. I think I am won is too much ground support me, like my home course there. All yes, home, yeah. But it's great ground support. Thank you so much. Everyone is giving me a good support. I'm coming morning. Everyone say, Tanga, you win. Thank you so much. I talk my mother language, Tamil. Chennai vanakkam ellathukkum Tamil endu solluda thala nimundu nilluda. Ellathukkum thank you very much. Anna எனக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ற எல்லோருக்கும் அந்த மாதிரி இந்த கோல்ஃப் கோர்ஸ் சூப்பர் கோல்ஃப் கோர்ஸ் என் ஹோம் கோர்ஸ் மாதிரி குட் ஃபீல் அந்த மாதிரி இந்த நெக்ஸ்ட் இயரும் இந்த மாதிரி டூர்னமெண்ட் ஒன்று இருக்கணும் இங்கே அதையும் எப்படி சார் ஜெயிக்கணும் ஸ்பெஷல் தேங்க்ஸ் என் ஒய்ஃப்க்கு ஒய்ஃப் குட் சப்போர்ட் எனக்கு கொடுக்குது அந்த சுட்டி தான் நான் ஜெயிக்கிறேன் என் ஹோம் கோர்ஸ் ஆர்சிஜிசி மெம்பர்ஸ் மார்களுக்கும் தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச் Everyone, thank you so much. See you soon. See you next week in Hyderabad. Thank you all players. Special thanks my friend, 13 years, my room partner Prabha. Thank you so much. Then my caddy. Thank you so much. Chandru, thank you.
Tanga, please carry your trophy. It's all yours.
We should have one round of applause for Venkatesh.
Yes, yes. Yes, we are going to thank everyone now before we wrap up. Congratulations to the winner once again. And first of all, a big thank you to Government of Tamil Nadu for supporting this event, powered by partner Chennai Petroleum Corporation Limited, CPCL, for being such a big support to us. Ms. Meenakshi from CPCL, Cosmo, TNGF Golf Course, members of the club, members of the committee, Mr. Venkatesh, the course manager. Can we have a round of applause for him, please? Mr. Ravi Lakshman, GM, TNGF. Thank you, sir. Mr. Paul, Mr. Srinivas, looking after the F&B, the course staff, all players, referees and officials, and of course, a big thank you to our partners, Rolex, Amul, IndusInd Bank, Victorious Choice, Campa, Amrutanjan Electro Plus, Golf Plus Monthly, Golf Design India, and thank you for the lovely coverage over the last 2 days, ABP Live and Waves OTT. Thank you and look forward to seeing you all back here in Chennai next year. Congratulations to the man from Colombo, Sri Lanka. And